fucked, boys.
We have
That's the bad one.
It's the bad one.
Yes.
What?
It is the bad.
Fucked.
So, hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Twitch.
Welcome back. Welcome back to RuneQuest after our hiatus into Pine Island, which, by the way, is still free if you want to download the game that we wrote, Pine Island. I have not gotten around to make it pay again back on DriveThruRPG, and probably will not because I forget a lot of things. I'm old. So go and check it out. Let us know what you think. Play it. I would say one thing, maybe, Sarah, before I ask if you have any announcements. We got a lot of emails this week, which is cool because they were all really nice. So thank you, everyone who's reached out to us and praised us. Please continue to do so. My ego gets larger and larger. Soon my head just won't fit in the bubble that I have here on this screen.
Float away.
Just float away. Yeah. What do we have to say, Sarah? What else do we have?
I was also going to touch on the emails because they're incredibly nice. And shout out to the one friend that was concerned about the animal companions.
Yes.
You understand us on a truly deep level. We will never let anything happen to them. I will fist fight someone.
And she knows where I live, so she'll just come and beat me.
Exactly, yeah. I could easily.
Christian isn't going to kill the puppy. Kent's going to kill the puppy.
Kent will do it by accident.
Kent is the puppy.
Kent will be joining us later. He's running a little late.
Yeah, Kent should be here in about an hour.
So there'll be
hibernating.
A little bit of some shuffling around. Oh, I'd have one more call out. Freaking Jess is a trooper. I was thinking about this today. Okay, Jess has come in and played on streams from a couple different states at this point, and this is the first international one because Jess is literally in Japan right now, and she's still playing. So that's awesome. So thank you, Jess.
Yeah, I am very tired and cranky.
She only does it because I bully her into doing it. So really, I'm the MVP.
Usually she's tired and cranky, but she's now tired and cranky and also in Japan.
So I have more of an excuse. This is true.
Correct.
This is true.
Also, yes, thank you, Amber, for your constructive bullying.
Where would we be without you, Blizzbot?
Constructive bullying.
Constructive bullying. I hate it.
It's totally a thing, just like we were talking about last Friday.
It makes you better.
That's right.
The sixth love language, ruthless heckling.
What's funny? So people out in the stream might not know this about me, but gift giving is my love language. And I was watching this clip from a comedian where she was talking about the love languages, and she's like, gift giving is really there just to sort out the assholes. And I was like, well, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, but you give good gifts.
To be clear, mine is actually the giving of gifts, not the receiving of them. But yes.
Can confirm Christian has sent me a lot of cheese.
I like to think I'm a good gift giver. Yeah. What's up, Cindy?
You are.
I try to be thoughtful. So, Sarah, what else you got?
The only other thing I was going to say, Kent is here.
Yeah.
I announced Kent.
Oh yeah, he just bonked everything out of place.
Back by popular demand, Kent.
Christian, don't fix it until his camera gets on because it might move around more.
True. I will wait.
The only other thing I was gonna say is, if you follow us on the socials, we're also gonna be up on Blue Sky soon because people are testing that social out.
Because they understandably want to leave the app formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah. We'll share when that account is up, but that is in the works. I'm going to be our local Blue Sky meme lord, so prepare for some hot Sarah takes.
Hell yeah. Sarah memes are very good, too.
I feel like the longer this campaign has gone on, the more Sarah has come to Team Chaos. I think you're going to lose her, Team Wholesome. If you don't rein her back in soon, I think she's just going to come to our side.
I do a little slippy. Amber, I'm bisexual. You can't make me choose.
Switch.
Finger guns. Pew, pew, pew.
God, I do the finger guns, but I shake them, so now I look like I'm part of the Wiggles.
Yes. Wiggles are Team Chaos.
Yeah, you know what? I think he'll be okay. I'm going for it. I'm going to pop him in there. Hold on.
But yeah, that's the only other thing I could think of, other than my cat might show up at some point, and that's fucking great.
I mean, that's pretty big news that you have a new cat.
I have two cats.
Talk about the bebe.
And they're perfect, and I love them like life itself. They're baby angels. They're little gorals, and I love them.
Gorals.
They're little gorals. Only one of them will come climb on my desk, though. The baby.
For those watching the stream, you weren't maybe aware, but I have this beautiful bottle of plum mead, and depending on how many hydrates we get, it might all be gone by the end of the session.
Please don't.
Someone tell Troy that mead is not hydrating.
Don't
No.
ruin our Troy,
It's literal nectar.
Wow, that is a beautiful.
Fucking Sunday mead just immediately, Troy.
Holy crap!
Yes.
Beautiful.
God damn it.
Yep, I got this from Mystic, Connecticut.
Oh, I know the store you got
wait.
that in. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
store?
the
Wait,
The
what's the
Dragon place.
Skull
One with
or
the
something like that.
swords?
The Scandinavian
Yeah.
store. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Oh,
I love
Scandinavian
that
store.
place.
I fucking
I
love the
love that place.
Scandinavian store,
Place
dude.
is
Yeah, me
amazing.
too.
Yep,
They have the best ginger snaps.
they do. They do. They also have that incredibly smelly fish that's like cured with lime or
Gevelta
something like that.
Or
Yeah.
hard coddle. Hard coddle? I don't know exactly.
Something
how to
like
pronounce
that.
it.
I've never had it and I don't intend to, but
So there's Gevelta fish, which is pretty smelly, but that's kind of a German thing, but I think it's just all of that area. And then there's also Harkle, which is actually made of those like Iceland sharks.
It's lutefisk.
Lutefisk is the other one. Yeah, that's one too. Lutefisk. Okay.
My grandfather was a
Whatever.
big, massive nerd and taught himself Norwegian for fun, so he fucking loves that place.
Yeah, that place is awesome. Okay. Kent will pop on when he wants to pop on. He's logged on.
He's probably naked.
He should definitely pop on then.
And our ratings skyrocket.
That's right.
That's what the people want.
Ken,
There it is. Thank you. Carl,
in the
thank you,
true
Kung Fu
spirit,
Friendness.
of the bear, yeah.
as the half jokingly proclaiming him the Halcyon of the friend group, as Christian gave all of us the role.
Whoa! Did you see what Kung Fu Fenris just said in chat?
Yeah, Harkle. That's what I was talking about. I couldn't remember what it's
Icelandic
called.
shark
Yeah.
detoxified in sheep's urine.
Yeah, because you
What
can't
the
eat it as is. It's toxic. They have to like put sheep's pee on it and then they let it hang and
Is it
smoke
like the ammonia in the urine or something
Yes,
helps it?
it's
Or like the
ammonia.
urea
Yep,
or
that's
something?
yes, that's exactly what it is. Yep.
Wow.
Horrifying.
All right. If it
Damn.
works, it works.
Hey,
You
listen,
got to eat what's edible,
It's like it's a whole nation of Bear Grylls.
depending on where you live.
Right.
I mean, I was talking to Colin the other day, and he was telling me that American bread is disgusting, and that it's not even bread in Europe. It has too much sugar. It's considered cake.
But Colin is like Irish, which is close enough to British that I disqualify any opinion he has on food. Like, I'm sorry, British people. I know a lot of you listen to
They
us.
have. I mean, he's also Scottish, and they have Scotch eggs, man. Those are pretty
Scotch
good.
eggs
but
are
they have
fucking
haggis.
awesome. That's true.
Scotch eggs are fucking banging.
Scotch eggs
Have
are very
haggis.
good.
Look,
I've never
I just
had
wanted-
haggis.
You know, I've
I
never
wanna-
had hag. I would try it. I would try it.
Oh yeah.
I need to talk to an Australian about food because I want to have an infinite discussion about fairy bread.
Fairy bread.
You know what that is?
No, what is fairy bread?
It's bread, and then you put butter on it, and then you put rainbow sprinkles on it, and it's
Oh, I've
called
seen that.
fairy bread.
Yeah.
My
I've
kids
seen
would
that.
fucking
I've seen
love
that.
that.
It sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I want it.
His children served me
No,
mayonnaise
I've-
bread with
I've
sugar on
actually
top,
heard, though-
so that's almost the
I've
same
actually
thing.
heard though, Amber. I've heard that about Britain and like Europe, where they hate our bread because of all the sugar, and I've heard that multiple times.
Like,
and
it's
I
not
actually,
bread, it's
I actually
cake.
agree. No, I agree, Kung Fu Fenris. Like, our bread sucks. It really does. A lot of
One
food
day
in
I'll try
America
real bread.
is not that great. So we live in America where we don't have real food, don't have real health care, and what else don't we have? So yeah, Cerberus, there you go.
Sort of.
Real democracy? Question mark.
Good.
Real democracy.
Is
any
fairy bread
place,
as
though,
good as
honestly?
it sounds? Please. Is it a thing? Is it good? I have questions and I need answers.
Workers' rights.
Cernobas.
Okay, the list goes on
Cernobas,
and on.
assemble.
Goes on and on.
Fairy
and on.
bread.
We just-
Send us your
There's
finest
a whole lot we don't
pictures.
have. We have money though, so there you go.
Do
Ken!
we?
Well, not us, but the 1% of
Not
us.
us, but
1%
not
of
the
us do,
people
okay?
of America.
And
But
one
like,
day,
you know,
one day we might be able to join that 1%.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
with enough bootstraps. If we strap our bootstraps to our bootstraps,
We
bootstraps.
strap all our bootstraps together. Yeah.
Shit, I'm moving to Australia. They have fairy bread and universal health care.
Yes, but everything there wants to kill you. I
was just gonna say they've got the
That is
giant
true.
spiders, though.
Christian, everything
Yeah.
here wants to kill me.
No, not the animals. That's what I mean. Like in Australia, the animals
Just don't leave
want
your
to kill you.
house.
That's fair. One's kind of more dangerous than the other.
We do have honey badgers here, though, and not the
They're-
proper.
They have
kind.
venomous
here.
mammals.
All right, we're way digressing. Let's get this started. Who wants
Okay,
to
we were waiting
recap
for
what
Kent.
we played?
Ken's here. Everybody
Yeah, so-
focus.
Yes, yeah.
Jesus, said no one
Well, I'm
ever.
I'm also eating, so
Dude, we all
Sorry.
eat on stream.
yeah.
I'm queen
I
of
literally
Christmas
had
right now.
fucking snow crab last.
Oh my god, that's
stream.
right.
Sorry, guys. I ate so much snow crab. I immediately had the seafood shits. It was so bad.
This is the content that people show up for.
Keep it coming, folks.
This is why we're the realistic game table, because we talk
That's-
about poop.
It's the truth.
Was it Austin's review? Warning, not PG-13. Like warning, not family friendly. PG-13 at best.
How do you even put
Yeah.
labels on our stuff?
It's
Content
like
labels.
sometimes you keep it together for so long, and then
And then all of a sudden it's like
just
fuck.
not long enough.
Or it's like curtain flaps, Sarah. Or it's like
Tent flaps. They were tent flaps.
whatever. All I know is I got blamed for it.
That's half the reason it's funny, is because everyone thought it was you.
It was hysterical.
Hydrate again? God damn, Sunday mead.
Because the funny
Trying to
thing
get
is,
Troy drunk.
there are actually places I won't go, and that's one of them. So that's why
Where's
I was
this?
like, what the fuck?
Wait,
Um,
what? To tent flaps? What?
I wouldn't make a tent flap reference. No, I don't do
Okay,
I don't
see.
do like
I
tent
see.
flap roast beef sandwich. I don't do that one. I don't.
Hand by the clam.
Does
now.
it?
Hand by the clam.
Hey, Winnie.
Ham by the clam. I did, but that was just funny.
Fucking legendary.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting a little bit louder. Is my mic volume okay? Should I adjust
No,
it?
the mead is what's
No,
making
you're
it happen.
fine.
It definitely is. Let me know.
All right, seriously though, who wants to recap? Arissa,
Not me,
you're
I
the one who
wasn't
should
here.
do it. It was all about your shit.
No, my cat's here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I love black cats.
This is one of two. This is Winnie.
Last session on RuneQuest.
Yeah, last session on RuneQuest, Arissa went through some shit.
It was
Oh, dude,
Arissa's initiation.
Canis, I'm going to murder this. Canis Avius is the person who sent us a very, very nice email. Thank you,
Oh
sir.
my god.
Brenda.
Thank you so much.
Sorry,
He's
she's
here.
really cute.
Yeah.
I know Ray and stuff. Isn't she perfect? Thank you. She's literally just like letting me do whatever I want to her. Anyway, yeah. So last session, Arissa went through some stuff. Her grandma was like, "Hey, it's time, kid." And Arissa was like, "Oh fuck," and she's so cute. I'm so sorry. This is the most distracting cat in the entire world.
It's whatever.
Christian, whatever.
Was
I'm used to it, man. See Matt Mercer do this shit. Okay.
could deal with me with a cat. Yeah, never.
Synchronized laughing from the players, the bliss blot.
The cat. Yeah.
She was brought into, I want to call it the realm of Shalana Arroy, but I don't feel like that's right.
So yeah, God time would be like the best, like technical,
like a
technical term for it. Yeah.
Sort of a dreamscape. Yeah, she
Correct.
was
Yeah,
her.
you attained an alternate state of awareness.
Yeah, her grandmother had her defend the hearth, the altar,
Shrine.
the shrine. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she, you can't have those. She was brought in by Shalana Arroy and went through different parts of not only Shalana Arroy's life, and kind of worked through decisions she had to make, but towards the very end found herself reliving events of Malia, which kind of gave her a different point of view on things. Sorry?
Yeah, ban that bot.
Could be a great opportunity, guys.
Banhammer.
The bonk of banning.
All right, sorry. I had to bonk hammer. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. No, go ahead. No, so I'll pick up from here.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Orisa, as Shalana Arroy for a while, experienced some of Shalana Arroy's decisions, particularly the most important decision she ever made, which was the one to depart and give up her neutrality and depart on the Lightbringer quest. Because the Lightbringer quest was started by both Orlanth and Shalana Arroy, like kind of separately. And you experienced Shalana Arroy's part of that. But then you got a little bit through that, but then you met Shalana Arroy kind of like in the middle of nowhere in the underworld. And she talked with you for a while and then showed you a couple different things, including basically Malia and what made her Malia.
And her origin story, yes.
And her origins, which was a lesson, of course, in compassion, which is what Shalana Arroy is all about. So Orisa has gone through her big girl rights, and now we have a fully powered up party. Everybody is initiate. Everybody is. So hell yeah. Yeah. So let's get started. On that note, that was at the end of Darkness season. Kymrese, in the meantime, you returned. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second.
Okay.
But I will say that Darkness season has given way to Storm season. And Storm season is the season that mirrors the Gods' War. And so bitter cold and heavy snow and the long, long nights of Darkness season has faded away. But now we have sleet and lashing rains and hailstorms and cyclones being spotted and lightning strikes on the tips of mountains. This is the season that the seeds of destruction are sown. The old year dies and the new year is reborn in sacred time. And unfortunately, this sea season brings some very bad news to the Vale from the few travelers that make it. In Earth season, a terrible cold wind blew on Aldachar out of the northeast. Aldachar is one of the cities in northern Sartar. Look, those looking in that direction saw a glow as bright as the red moon. The livestock panicked. In the morning, the birds did not sing, and the light was closer, looking like a star, but it was too close to the ground. It was growing. The air was filled with an awful crimson glow, and the winds carried on him a horrific keening like the crying of 1,000 lost souls. The crimson bat came to Sartar. And it arrived in Aldachar at the end of Earth season, and went into Dangerford, Johnston, and Fox Hollow before settling in the Killard Vale for several weeks. Everywhere it goes, its demon-worshipping cultists get sacrifice. 25 souls are fed to the bat every freeze day. Their souls never know rest. And you've heard, this is all stuff you've heard, the Amalio cult and Aldachar cooperated and guided the bat to villages that supported the deer people. The Dinacoli and Sensinia tribes offered up rivals and feud starters and known rebels. The Johnston Council swept Fool's Hill and offered up beggars and outlaws and the clanless. Only the Colbrea tribe refused to cooperate, and so the bat feeders there just hunted indiscriminately, and their king, Ranulf, was powerless to do anything. People are talking good about Ranulf now. Ranulf is actually known as Ranulf Turntail because he actually technically kind of tries to play both sides of the fence, but he's getting a little props right now for standing up to them. But people are saying that the fact that he didn't even do anything is still proof of his cowardice. Unfortunately, the presence of the bat, the very presence, stirs up chaos. And Brew and Scorpionman just swept out of Snakepipe Hollow and ravaged the lands of the Sensinia and the Dinacoli tribes in Wolves Land. In an illusion week of Dark Season, the bat arrived in Killard Vale, home of the Keldon tribe and the home of Kalir Starbrow. And its glow could be seen from the walls of Boltholm, because Killard Vale is like at the base of the mountains on the other side where Boltholm is. Prince Temertane offered gifts to the High Priest of the Bat and they prepared a list of names of rebels, kinsmen of rebels, and threats to imperial rule. And over the next 6 weeks, the bat fed in Killard Vale. Close kin of Kallard and other exiles, and people known to be at Whitewall were captured and fed to the bat. And all 150 people were fed to the bat in Killard Vale. After it left there, it traveled on a bit to Swenston, then southeast to the lands that the Lunars have seized from the Dundalios tribe. And there it was greeted by Tatius the Bright, who is the dean of the Lunar College of War Magic, and he's overseeing a special project in those lands. But that is the news that has trickled into the Vale over the last couple of weeks. And as you can imagine, everybody's in a pretty bad mood.
That is so fucking close to us, guys.
It's like south.
Johnstown is like 3 days that way.
So the Dundalos tribe is actually, or where they were, is actually the other way, but it's not far from you guys at all. Not at all.
But
so what's everyone been doing? It's
how are you?
About 4 or 5 weeks since Arissa's thing.
When did I come back, Christian?
You were gone for 2 weeks, so you came back, I would say, probably just after Arissa's initiation.
Okay.
Yes, Kung Fu Fenders. Boldholm is literally like probably a day, only because you have to go around mountains to get there. But it's really not far at all. Boldholm. You guys have been to Boldholm. Yeah.
I feel like I've been probably spending a lot of time with Saban.
Yeah. I would say you've been spending a lot of time with Saban. I will also tell you from your journey back, the world has changed a lot for Cumreese, or at least the way you see the world. Mm-hmm. It's alive now. Even more than you ever realized, it is just alive with spirits. Every little rock, every little pebble, the leaves on the trees, everything has a spirit, and you can see them all now and talk to them. So you're living in like a whole nother level now. Yeah.
For our viewers, by the way, the shaman initiation I get, was it 3 abilities, right? Shamanistic abilities based on my battle with the bad man.
Right now. For now.
Oh, okay. All right.
So. Let them show up when you use them, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Shut your metagaming mouth.
It's your metagaming mouth. It's the me talking.
You do have taboos too. If you want to share them, that's probably fine.
Oh yeah, I've got 3 taboos. So I felt it was fitting.
Can you just clarify what a taboo is?
So
kind of like an oath, right? Like a paladin would take an oath.
Something that you swore not to do, and so the way it works with shamans is that during his initiation, if you remember, he encountered certain elemental spirits, and then you fight the bad man,
right?
Who is the devil, chaos, etc. During the fight with the bad man, you either win or lose. You go a certain amount of meaningful rounds. I made it meaningful rounds. It's up in the air with the rules if it's just supposed to be like 7 rounds. I decided to make it 7 meaningful rounds and just not count ties. So during that, the way we ruled it, those elemental spirits that Cumreese connected with aided him in the fight, right? So for that aid, he had to agree to certain things. Those are the taboos. Those are things that he won't do, or things that he will do, right? And it's based upon agreements he made with them. If he breaks those promises or pacts, he will lose powers.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, certain gods have taboos too. So Humacht will do it, and so will Yelm or Yelmayo, where they have you get powers from Humacht, but you also have to give things up.
Is that similar to the oath for Shalana?
Yeah. A little bit.
Or is that Shalana, more of a paladin oath?
Hers is like across the board, like nobody eats meat and everybody's a pacifist for Shalana or Roy. With the Humacht ones, for example, they're on the top of my mind. Someone might be like, I can't wear armor on my left leg. But another guy can be like, I can't eat meat for every illusion week of every season. There's 1 week I have to be a vegetarian that week.
Okay, so they're a lot more unique.
So they have, and then some of them are extremely restrictive. Other ones are not that restrictive at all. And it's something that's in between like the individual god and the worshiper. It's not as across the board as it is with Shalana Urway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I got that clarified.
No problem. So yeah, what are your taboos?
Yeah, so the taboos I took, I got 3 of them because I lost three meaningful interactions with the bad man. So I felt it was appropriate that I will no longer eat elk since we are Heraborn tribe. I have to go
What
on.
have before?
I mean, if it was something that was hunted and
elk or deer?
It should be deer, actually,
or like the whole family.
Well, I guess is it okay for me to change it to deer? Can we?
That's fine.
It's for flavor purposes, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So now you can eat elk?
I don't know. Maybe all animals with antlers. How does that sound?
Okay,
Fucking
fine.
Jess, go back to bed.
But goats.
Fucking Fenris in chat. # or is a snack.
So
Honey
second
bunches of
taboo.
orts.
no deer-like animals. There's one.
Once per season, I have to go on a spiritual pilgrimage. And we have not determined maybe necessarily where those places are, but we've tossed around the idea of them being sacred places in relation to the rune affinities. And then the last one I have is I can speak only truth. So Chimeris cannot lie.
Which actually is a huge one. Like
That's a huge fucking one.
Yeah.
Huge
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
A knight is sworn to valor.
But it's very fitting for him. So
Yeah, and he's so not a knight, you know what I mean?
yeah,
He's like,
no. But he's a
Perfect.
total weirdo shaman. Like that totally
Right.
fits him. Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
my truth rune is a 75 too, and I
The
hate
Dragonheart
like lies
reference.
and
Thank you
Yeah,
all.
I was just gonna say
His
I can't
words
think of
speak
Chimeris,
only truth.
actually.
His wrath undoes the wicked. Fuck, a child of the 90s.
Oh my god! I was
Well, the
just gonna
other
say I
thing-
feel like Chimeris doesn't really tell lies, anyways. So
No, I
right.
don't think he ever did.
He
that.
is.
Yeah.
He is interested in the truth. But the
Yeah.
other thing is too, I really, and maybe this is my freaking, counseling studies coming through, but like speak only the truth. That's pretty ambiguous, right? What is the truth is what you think the truth is. It's very objective. So,
True.
or
So I
very
would say-
subjective. Sorry.
I would say that you're probably so you've spent those weeks with Saban learning shamanic stuff. Don't forget you have your own set of like gambling sticks now and a drum.
Yep.
That drum that you were given came back with you from the spirit
Oh, it
realm. So you
did?
have a drum. Yes, you have a
Shit,
drum now
dude.
too. Different things to help you do different spirit stuff.
Yep. Perfect.
So you've been wrapped up in that. I'll just go around. Bryn, what have you been doing?
I think Bryn has probably been just patrolling the Vale a lot. Just like part of the guard patrol on the outer
Sure.
skirts, and just like helping with building up defenses and like stowaway, hideaway areas and things like that.
Sure. Okay.
Mostly military stuff, and like spending time with Rue.
Rue, what have you been doing? Making lunch every single day for Bryn?
Yes. He's feeding Bryn a lot. He's hunting a lot because I know it's a lean winter for everyone, what with the missing cattle and all.
Mhm.
And he's trying to help out as much as that too. But I think he's also been trying to learn more Telmori stories from the nearby pack and
Okay.
Walks in the Dark. In particular, these stories of the bats have him very interested in the sharpest teeth and what they are, if they could be found again.
Okay. Very, very good. You know what? Message me that, Amber, just so I remember to do more with that. Okay.
This is a problem. The sharpest teeth killed the sun.
We'll talk some more. All right.
Hell.
But yeah, message me that and remind me of that. Okay. What about you, Des?
I think Daskar has just been, sticking around the stead for the most part. Going and seeing. I'm blanking on her name, unfortunately.
Banging his hot girlfriend.
Wow, dude. Wow.
It has been a long week.
Ezrala?
What's her name?
Just referred to her as that piece of ass.
It has been a long week, and I forgot my notebook in my car.
No, it's okay.
It's
Ezrala.
dark. It's
Ezrala,
cold.
okay.
He's been snuggling.
And also like going out and hunting helping with Rue.
Probably mostly
with that
small
stuff,
game this time of year, but everything
Yeah,
helps.
It is.
Yeah.
It's been
Catching
true.
shrews.
It's been hard to find stuff, but you've been there. I'm going to come back to you at just a minute for a minute, Amber. I'm on the sharpest teeth. So I'll give you a little.
I
bit
didn't mean to catch you off guard with that. It just occurred to me after you told me the backstories. I was like, "Fuck, I'm interested in this legend now more."
So something you've learned because you've managed to spend a little more time with Walks in the Dark and Sees the Wind, and you've learned a little bit more about her. That even there are different sorts of shamans among the Telmori. The most common one basically deals with like wolf and animal spirits. Okay. And that's their like typical go-to like priest. This serves the priest role in their society.
Standard.
Right? The standard. She
The
is not the
shamans.
standard. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, but the Telmori have a second sort of shaman that's considered more of an outcast. This is what she is, because she deals with spirits other than just animal spirits. She's willing to deal with like outside spirits, different magic, stuff like that. So she's considered a little scary by the rest of the pack.
I ain't scared.
But she, so you've bonded. I mean, she kind of has said, explained some stuff to you. But she's explained that she's like kind of a weird Telmori shaman. I will get the name of what they call them back to you. It's in the stuff that we've read, but I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
I'm a weird Telmori too.
Yeah. So you have things in common.
Bunch of weirdos.
That's what this party is.
Staring at her because you're a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Orissa, what have you been doing?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's she's fine. Everything's fine. She does she have her fancy new outfit?
Yeah, you have a white robe now. You do not have a high healer that typically has like a green sash.
Yep.
You don't have that yet. Obviously, you're still just an initiate, but you have a white robe now. Yes.
Yeah, and she feels fancy. In Charissa style, it's still worn over a bunch of layers, but also it's winter, so it's valid.
Right.
I think by this point she's probably finished up all the blankets she's secretly making her friends.
Mm-hmm.
It is not yet time to deliver, correct?
You were doing it you were going to give them at Sacred Time, correct?
Yes, for generic winter holiday.
Yes. Yeah.
Winter holiday.
Yes, generic winter
not
holiday.
Time. Not Sacred Time yet, no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then so she's probably just been working on drying and preserving herbs and stuff, and just kind of continuing. Basically, the more that she hears about everything that's going on, the more she's like, I need to stock up and make sure I can help and like make sure I can disperse these among the people.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So
okay.
That's pretty much what she's been doing.
So you've been getting stuff ready, and that's very valid and needed. So Sacred Time isn't Sacred Time the end of winter. Yeah, Sacred Time basically is like Christmas and New Year's rolled into one. Within the game world of Glorantha, the years, the seasons are the elements, but they also recapitulate creation and the god time. Darkness is when the sun initially died. Storm season is the god's war. That's where we are now. That's where chaos entered the world, and there was a lot of craziness. Sacred Time is I kind of a little bit the Lightbringer's Quest, because a lot of times the Lightbringer's Quest is reenacted during Sacred Time, just like as a pantomime, kind of like how like certain churches might do like reenact the Jesus being born in Nazareth, right? Sarah, we saw a lot of that when we went to Catholic school.
Yeah, plenty.
So that sort of stuff.
Did you ever have
happens.
To participate in one?
I did. I was always a shepherd, though. I never got to be anything good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yes, so it's the reboot. Sacred Time is when those rituals are performed, it reboots the world and it's born again and the whole thing happens again. It's the end of the cycle.
If Orissa makes us like little drawings of like things that she needs out in the Vale, all of us can like look for things for her.
Hell yeah, Rissa.
She probably
and I might even know what some of these plants are.
Yeah, she probably.
Runes, I got you.
She probably would describe like, "Hey, this is what we're looking for. Here's what it does." And yeah, she would definitely. If people were like, "Do you want help?" She'd be like, "Yes, please."
Yeah.
All right.
We're tromping through the woods anyway.
We'll say that it's become a group project then. And you guys are out finding stuff and bringing it back for us. I actually love that idea.
Share the healing herbs with the community.
And you know what? Because I love that idea so much, everyone who's helping with that, hold on a minute. What's the skill for that, Sarah?
That's a good question, Christian.
Let me take a look-see.
Probably not one I have.
I was like, I don't think I'll be good at it, but
back to her.
I mean,
there's like, did you gather this with your hands? And we're like, yeah, why? And then it's like 6 hours later, we're like, just like swollen.
Yeah, there's plant lore. There's search.
Everybody, I'll just say, I'm not even going to make you roll for it because I'm cool. Add 5 to your plant lore. Just add 5.
Hey.
You've learned stuff.
If I eat enough mushrooms, I'll know what they are eventually.
If you eat enough mushrooms, you'll know everything when you see God.
That brings my skill up to 50.
Done that. Yeah.
Damn. You must be the best
I'll give
at
it
this.
to you too.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
I've only got a 30 in plant lore.
I mean, I think that's
now, bro.
The second best.
Well, no, now it's 30. It was 25, but that's okay. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good enough.
Kyrese is he eats mushrooms indiscriminately.
He's just like, whatever.
And as per usual, the only other thing of note that Arissa's been doing is continuing to befriend the dragon she keeps in her pocket.
What have you been talking about?
That's right. You're holding on to the
I mean, he's in all of us.
Yeah.
Occasionally, so I will say for the rest of you guys, occasionally you get the feeling of something with you. And if you want to have reached out and talked to it, he will talk to you, but he doesn't necessarily start conversations.
Have I had any more interactions with the Horned Man?
No.
Okay. Just the last one was in the spirit world.
Correct.
At the tree.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, what have you been talking about? We'll just gloss over it quickly.
This is just remind me, is the initiation something that is generally not talked about, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are secrets.
Okay. I think she'd mostly just be not venting, but just she's stressed and she just needs someone to talk to and she feels really awkward.
Okay.
But also these are the plants that grow here and this is why we're doing this. And it just info dumping on this poor dragon.
You find him to be a very good listener.
And she appreciates it.
Yeah. So we'll say that it is freeze day of death week of storm season.
That sounds terrible.
So metal.
It's a bad couple days, but today in particularly, it's just one of those days where it's cold and it's damp outside, and it's just been a mix of hail and rain falling all day long. And you guys are just basically stayed inside, which is what most people do this season anyway. So unless you want to tell me otherwise, the assumption I'm going to make with you guys is you're holed up somewhere with a fire in your house, not going out because it's gross outside.
Yeah.
Reese, I would say you're probably...
I'm with Descara. I'm hanging out with Descara.
Okay. That's perfect. You're in Descara's home. Okay. With
I'm at
kids just crawling all over the place and elbow dropping you in the crotch. And Bryn and Arissa are together? Okay. All right.
I'm with Rue.
Bryn and Rue. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All that.
All right. Very good. What are you guys doing?
I think Kyrese is going to he actually seems a little bit relaxed and relieved that he's with Descara and with all of his younger siblings. Despite kind of the heavy mood that's befelled the town. But I think when there is a most appropriate moment, Kyrese is going to talk to Des about his lady friend.
Go for it.
So, Des, been meaning to ask you how's everything with the lady friend? There's just kids running around everywhere. I know I've got him in a spot that he can't leave. It's fucking cold outside. I throw another log on the fire, enticing him to stay.
This is my house.
Stop burning all our wood.
Listen, Daskar, you're the one that opened the door for the Fae. You let the vampire in.
That is true. He did have an open invitation, so.
How's things been?
Things have been good. A little distant now, weather permitting and whatnot, but we've been growing closer.
Tell me more. Just leans forward.
Just
quietly. You're like, I don't know if this is creepy or just regular Kymries. Not sure what to make of this.
He's just like, well, like, what do you want to know?
Well, I don't know. It's been a while, and you said you've grown closer. I just, what does that look like? How does that feel? And now at this point, Kymries is very genuine and sincere, and you realize he's not being a fucking creeper.
Yeah.
What's it like to fall in love?
Not sure how to really explain it, but
he kind of looks at you when you say that, and he says, "It's hard for you to find the words too."
Yeah, it's everything seems brighter when I'm with her,
He smiles when you say that. And he says, well, I know there's a lot of talk going on right now in the town, and things in the surrounding area are not good at all. But, I mean, while we have a warm fire and while we have each other, we might as well celebrate and live life more vibrantly, right? And I retrieve from my pack a little kind of tincture of something, and I say, I got this from Saven. We made this together. It's pretty potent stuff. Drink with me.
What are you giving?
It's alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get some cups.
Fucking cups? Are you kidding me?
Cups.
He takes a swig and he hands you the fucking bottle, you civilized asshole. Shit.
I'll take a swig
what's going on there.
And pass it back and forth.
And Kymries is trying to drink the night into, just drink the night away with your friends.
So you have a little bit of time to drink. It's the middle of the day, but whatever. As you start, though, you have to. There's a knock on the door, but before we get there, we're going to cut to Bryn and Arissa. Bryn and Rue. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. What are you two doing?
I imagine that we are holed up in my cozy little hut. Maybe playing like a board game by the fire.
Sure.
But Rue, as he's, moving the pieces around, is going to say, what do you think of inviting your gran to dinner with us one of these days? Maybe tomorrow?
One of these days. Tomorrow.
It could be months before I'm back. Years even.
I think it's early for that.
Wow.
To invite Gran here. Maybe if you were to come to our place, maybe, and make dinner there, or come to dinner there.
Make dinner
Won't
there.
mind me messing around in her kitchen.
I mean, as long as you make us a really good meal, I think she would be delighted, maybe even relieved.
All right, I'm happy to.
I don't know if she should come here yet.
It's not that bad. Look, I've got wall hanging.
I have these furs. I have this sheepskin.
I like it here. I do. It's far.
Your gran is not that old, Bryn.
No, she's not.
But I'm happy to come to your place.
Yeah.
Knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Before you find out what it is. Cut to Orissa. What are you doing?
Helping make dinner for her siblings, probably.
You're knee deep in the middle of it. Some little shit just spilled over some soup, and you're like, "Fuck her!" And then, boom, 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 boom. Knock on the door. You can answer first, then we'll go back.
I was gonna say who gets dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arissa will pass the bowl off to her sister and the eldest one with her and jog over to the door.
It's Lonson.
Oh,
Totally
Lonson.
bundled up, cloak, hood over, cloak over, covered in like totally wet and looking very upset. We need you in the hall as soon as possible. You have to come with me.
Okay, of course. Let me grab my bag. And she'll run back in, grab bag and cloak, and just look at her sister and be like, "Sorry, they're yours. I'll be back later."
Bye, latchkey children.
Bryn and Rue, knock on the door.
Rue will hop up to get the door.
Yeah. It is, shit, I can't think of his name. Karenstar, the guy who got divorced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi.
Same thing, hooded up, shitty weather out. Oh, right. He sees Bryn and just like kind of looks at you, looks at Bryn, looks back. And
is there trouble?
I hope I'm not interrupting, but
just about to smoke Bryn at this game.
You're needed in the hall.
Does he look like something bad? Is he like scared, or is it just like this is serious but not like what's the vibe?
Give me an insight species check.
I can also insight species.
Yeah, go for it.
What's the vibe?
You can vibe check him.
Vibe
you can vibe check him.
Insight species. Where's insight species?
Oh, success.
I got a 40, but I can't find insight own species.
It's probably less.
It's only 28.
It seems fine. He's obviously in a hurry, but that's
it's important, but no particular. Okay.
Yeah, Bryn,
regular success.
He seems shaken, but not. It's not like the world is going to end. Just seems like something shook him up. He's shaken up by something. It almost seemed like shock.
Okay, that's enough. We'll get ready in a rush and head out.
Rue hands me her coat.
And Discara.
I will throw logs on your fireplace, friend, but I will not answer your door.
I will answer the door.
It is Oleron, one of the other weapon thanes who have thus far remained unnamed. Oh, right. You are requested at the hall now.
Oh, just me? Or
both of you. It's good that I found you.
All right.
It's like a house full of cats. He opens the door and like 4 children go sprinting out into the snow and sleet. And Scar's like, "No, come back here!" Trying to like gather them. You're spilling the kids. Close the door. Close the door.
The kids.
You're letting the kids out.
Let them go.
But
trust me, let them go. That's the way I'm feeling this week. All right.
How urgent is this?
Now.
Okay. Ready? All right, Kymries, let's
Kymrice like stumbles up to his
Pulls
feet
the ice
wobbly.
pack off of his crotch.
Oh my god, they both just got drunk.
We're like drunk and it's
say that you had
3 p.m.
I will give you to say that no, this is like midday. I will say that
noon.
You can be a couple drinks deep. You don't have to be hammered.
You're surprisingly sober for it being midday now. Usually everyone's wasted by then.
We know what happens when Kent drinks, so we don't want.
Can Kent and I make like constitution checks?
Yeah.
Can Kent and I make constitution checks just for fun?
Go to roll against your con. See how you do.
All right, Des.
Con times 5. Yeah.
Con times 5.
Yeah.
You. Ooh. As Alex would say, ooh woo. Des, what'd you get?
I got a 30 out of.
Okay. You big fucking bear bastard.
Yeah. Des is like, I drink. I love. Nothing affects me.
Des can help me walk to where we need to go. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Kymrice is hammered. Nice.
Oh, I failed
Just
bad.
pick him up and carry him.
Kymrice is wobbly. Yeah. All right.
He's been sneaking sips behind my back.
He holds your hair while you blast the bathroom.
I'm bald. He's just holding my head.
Focus the stream.
Bros.
This is why people like us, apparently.
Love it.
Gen Con 2023, bound in blood, ink, and vomit.
Yes. Bound in blood, ink, and vomit. Sorry.
All right, no worries. So everybody stumbles or walks through the very icy vale. The weapon things that I've sent you, like
I walked just ahead of Bryn to break the snow trail for her because her legs are short.
It's not a snow trail. Bryn might still need it, but it's like that crusty little ice on the ground. But she probably still needs it. I'm
gonna ride Ort ahead to like break the snow trail for him.
Tramples Rue.
Yeah, I mean, like Rue wouldn't make much of a trail. He's too skinny.
Yeah, you all arrive. You all arrive at the hall for purposes of the plot at the same time. So when you get there, you're greeted in kind of like the entryway foyer by Jorna, a very serious-looking Jorna, who is like, "Oh, come in. Here, quickly, let me take your wet cloaks. Dry yourselves by this fire, and here." And you're all given bowls of warm, clear wine with a little bit of honey in it to warm yourselves.
The scar takes Kymrice's.
No. Kymrice needs to warm up. He's cold. He's got no meat on his bones.
Thank you. What can we do to help?
Oh, just once you're warm enough, just head in. Everyone's waiting for you.
Shit, everyone. That's more than one. Okay.
That's
brushes
probably
himself
the
off.
entire council.
The council. It's the whole council. Okay.
Kymrice looks at all of you somewhat intoxicated and says, "We got this." And he turns around and starts walking that way.
Like walks into a post.
Rue's gonna give Kymrice like a pat on the back, like, "That's right, buddy," and steer him away from the post he's headed toward.
I love it. Yes, 100%.
So you all walk in classic PC fashion, and in the hall there's a huge fire. And there's one of those central like fire pits. A huge fire is roaring in it. The entire ring is here. So the ring is Gordengar, Jorganeth, Erenina, Morganeth. Liv, your mom, is there, even though she's technically not part of the ring.
She's ring in training.
She's important, yeah. The Lankamai guy, whose name I can't remember. Everybody who's important is there. Okay.
The nerd.
Lonson is there, like, she's kind of, her and the other weapon things like take guard at the door. But you notice the whole ring is there. Gordengar's sitting on his throne. There's a little raised dais with a throne. He's sitting on, looking very, very serious, because there are other people here too. Armed people, about 5 of them. And you kind of you're like, whoa, those are some strange looking people. But Jody Whiteheart, thank you, Kung Fu Fenris. This is why we have the best listeners, because they help me remember things.
We really
fucking
remember. Do. We really do. We're flying by the seat of our pants here.
If people only knew just how that this is held together with chicken wire and duct tape.
So good.
There are other people there, about 5 other people, very heavily armed and strange looking people. But before you have a chance to look at them too brightly or too closely, Gordon Gar goes, here they are. If you don't mind introducing yourselves formally for our guests. And he says formally. So within the world of our world of Golorantha, formally is kind of like when you're like, I am so and so, son of so and so. I did this. These are my deeds. It's formally. Think of Achilles and Hector meeting on the field of battle and telling each other who they are formally. Who wants to go first?
I will go first.
Can I
He's drunk. He's going first.
Yeah. Can I tell if these are lunars or not?
No, they're not.
From
lunars.
Initial glance.
They are very, very Orlanthe. Just from a glance, you can tell that they are your people. Yeah. I'll describe them more in detail in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of clear my throat a little bit, and I just quickly look at Discar, and I'm just give him a little wink. and then I say to everybody, I am Kymreese, Two-Eyed, son of Harold, grandson of Saga, ever laughing.
There's a little bit of a murmur of approval amongst the strangers.
Conqueror of death.
Nice.
He's a big one there.
That's big for us.
You just planted a fucking flag, bro. Okay.
Oh my god!
And then I do the same thing to Descara again. I go.
Fuck. Shit. I guess. Okay.
I'm done.
That act.
I guess
I'm done now.
These 16-year-old idiots
Just that. That's the only thing I've done. Conquer death. Next. Whoever's
right.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christian, I just sent you a question in the chat. Go ahead.
In Zoom? Okay.
Take one step forward. I am Ruin, son of the Earth Priestess Liv, brother to Quicksilver and Wolf of the Vale. I'll just step back. Look at Kyrie's gonna conquer of death.
Can you just say that again? Because I want to hear it, and I'm answering Jess's, but it sounded really cool, and I only got part of it.
I am Ruin, son of the Earth Priestess Liv, brother to Quicksilver and Wolf of the Vale.
Love it. That's fucking awesome. Okay.
I guess I will step forward. Bryn Skyborn, granddaughter of Annalie the Heartbroken, rider on the wind, daughter of the rebellion.
Fuck. I look at Bryn now, daughter.
There is some approval there too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Particularly one of the guys is this if someone drew if central casting was send us some sort of Orlanthe guy, this is the guy who would show up because he's got this long beard with braids, a fucking horn helmet, and broad ass shoulders.
Random
and he's
Orlanthe
guy. He's into it. Tattoos all around his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Orisa just a little breath in. I am Orisa, child of Rana, touched by disorder and beloved by harmony.
Aww.
Oh, that's really good too.
You guys did great. You really did.
Rue gives her a big proud of you smile like that. That's really
we
For
all do. That's so great.
Guys, Descar is just going to be like, I'm Descara.
Can everybody just take a step back? For Descara, everyone just moves back. I am Descara, father of 13 bulls, 1 cow.
Thanks. And then he drops the mic and leaves.
Oh, Kung Fu Fenris with a reroll. That was good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah.
So sorry, Kent. We do this to you.
Yeah, we do. We always talk with Ken.
It did not. Back. It does not particularly help because like I've been particularly not thinking this entire week. I've just been like focusing on my new job.
I got it for you. I got your title. I got it for you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you now.
Send it. Go for it.
We'll send. Destroyer of beehives.
Sounds cool. Sounds like a bear
destroy him.
Does sound cool.
Would give her. Sorry, guys. The mead's hitting.
The mightiest oak in the forest.
The strongest oak of all.
All right. Let me. Descara will say, I am Descara, son of Lalra.
Don't look. Don't look.
I already did. Threw me off.
As the DM sabotage.
Yeah, it's not even me this time, fucker.
Whatever.
Descara, son of Lalra.
Breaker of men.
Slayer of the Ogress would be a good one.
Yeah, I was gonna Slayer of the Ogress Dragala.
Nice.
Whoa! I kind of give you a sideways glance, like motherfucker, what?
Yeah, like I'm the one who did it
and got the final blow, motherfucker. What?
Should have put it in your title.
You're already conqueror of death. You can't have everything, Kyrie.
Everybody just looks at Kyrie's like,
shut up.
And Warden of the Wood.
That's good. That's fitting.
Yeah. Well, very fitting. Gordon goes, well spoken all. Caledon. Yes. Why don't you introduce our guests for everyone, including the young ones? Right. He kind of just steps forward and he goes, now, you know, tradition is to introduce the least important person first and then build up.
Aw.
So, right. Well, the first he gestures, he kind of nods, and you see a someone maybe a little bit older than you guys, like in her early 20s. She's a Vingan. She's got dark hair, but like kind of like the side shave and the piece that just kind of comes over here. She's got very bronze armor and a spear, very well worn. She's wearing a blue cloak with like fur trim, and she has amber eyes, but they glow with a strange, like glow almost like a little bit of a twinkle, right? In it, like almost like a starlight, a little bit in her eyes. He gestures to her and he says, Instrid Fire Eyes, daughter of Condesta Blink Twice of the Blackrock clan, Instrid the Watcher, Instrid Farseer. She nods at you guys. Then he nods to this kind of chubby guy. He's got a very long black hair and like a curly beard. He's wearing a purple cloak, and he carries this perfectly straight white oak staff with 2 feathers on the end of it, top of it. And there are runes carved on it. You see law runes carved on the staff.
Do I know any of the runes, Christian?
Law.
Can I make a check?
You recognize the law rune.
The law rune.
That's the most prominent one. Caledon says, Minareth Purple of Johnstown, Minareth Troll Friend, bearer of the 2-feathered law staff worn at Arrowmound, writer of the Reckoning Scroll, sage of Lankarmai. And he kind of nods to you guys. And the next guy is he's Orlanthe, you can tell by his facial features, but he's not like anyone you've ever seen. He's very like wiry, almost like Kymrese, but taller. He has no beard, shaven head, similar to Kymrese. And he's also just covered in tattoos. The tattoos of his clan have interestingly been covered over by these different tattoos that are like almost serpent-like designs. Think of like Celtic knot sort of stuff. And his eyes are the most striking feature of him. All of you instantly think of the altar in the temple. It's that color green, a jade green. You guys don't know what jade is, but he's got jade green eyes. Very, very rare. And he says, Olorant, dragon friend, son of Tarkalos of the Gerending clan, he who speaks the tongue of dragons. Olorant, the laughing singer. Next up is the total Orlanthi guy, who's, again, picture of a warrior. He's got an axe. He's got this heavy, heavy bronze armor on, and a helmet that's horned helmet, and tattoos everywhere of air runes and motion runes and all the classic Orlanthi tattoos, and also many, many battles and scars. People will get tattoos to say like they fought in this battle or that battle. He's got a ton of them. And he goes, Ongren Holdfast, son of Othar, son of Desdemona. Ongren, who left the Greenhaft clan, who fought with the Silent Wind Warband. Ongren, storm voice of Orlanth. Hyde takes you all in and nods. Storm voice of Orlanth means he's like literally a rune lord. These are people.
These are big people.
These are people. Next up is a very voluptuous woman. She's shorter, but she's very curvy. She's thick in all the right places. She's got very long, just absolutely luscious, dark black hair and bronzish skin. But her skin is actually like, you know how if you put like too much henna on your skin and it never quite wears off? There's like a greenish tinge to her skin from green ceremonial paint. That's just like she's worn it so much that it's taken a permanent taint on her skin. She's got tattoos wrapping around her arms where the snakes end on the backs of her hands. And she's wearing tons of jewelry. Ernaldesta of Elkenvale, daughter of Hengfest, daughter of Semioth, mother of Holfern, Freysa, Tarth, Engfest, and Hulda, priestess of the Binder, priestess of the Mother of the Loom, priestess of the Earth's Mother, Elnalda. The energy actually like shifts a little bit as Caladon's gaze falls on the last person, who's wearing this, again, greenish cloak with fur trim over armor. The armor that you can see is iron, which you've maybe seen once or twice before in your life. And the cloak is pulled deep over her head.
God, it's Lake of Blackspear.
But there's actually a light coming from, strangely, there's a light coming from inside the hood. Kalir, daughter of Aaron and Ionai, daughter of Larakan Rastran's son, who was son of Rastran, who was son of Jarlar, prince of Sartar. Kalir, who bears the iron torque and leads the ring of Sartar. Kalir, storm voice of Vinga Adventurous. Kalir, high priest of Orlanth Rex. Kalir, the Starbrow. Kalir, queen of Keldon. Kalir, the rebel queen. Kalir, prince of Sartar. And as she says that, she pulls back the hood. And you would see, like, she would be very, very
I catch
beautiful.
Bryn as she faints.
Yeah, she would be very, very beautiful if she didn't have this very otherworldly coldness to her features.
That just makes her hotter.
Her hair is
Christian.
I know about you, monster fucker.
We're all monster fuckers here.
It's true. I would think she's hot too.
We are the monsters.
Like
She would be beautiful if she weren't so terrifying. And I'm like,
what? Her hair is Her hair is slightly darker than blood red. It's very long. And it's got this almost silver starlight highlights to it, like little strips of silver in her hair. And there's a fucking star on her forehead. That's the first thing you see. And it's just like glowing.
Yep.
She's got some very light tattoos, like kind of around her cheeks. But she steps forward. Just kind of takes over the room the minute she steps forward. Takes you all in. And starts to speak.
Sorry.
The Lunars have sent the Crimson
God.
Bat. What did I
Sorry,
miss?
I was reading chat.
Oh, let me see. Let me take a look
Don't.
before I
Just
get
go.
started.
Just go, Kristen.
Just go.
Look
Just
later.
go.
Go.
I just caught up with context. Yeah, of what
We're all monster fuckers here. It's not
I
our
was
fault.
doing.
Oh fuck! Sorry, guys.
I didn't say. Okay, whatever. I missed it. Just tell me later.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. The Lunars have sent the Crimson Bat to Sartar. It rests now in Tatius's little building project. Soon it'll be at Whitewall. Hundreds of our brethren died as the bat crossed our lands. They will know no rest. Their souls will never see Orlance Hall. For them, there is only oblivion.
I look at Descara when she says that.
Last of the injustices inflicted upon us by the Red Bitch and her slaves. Their false missionaries spread false gods and the taint of Gabaji among our people. They have extinguished the flame of Sartar and placed a puppet upon our throne. Their granaries and coffins overflow with the wealth produced by our clans and taken in demeaning taxes meant to punish. They rape our land. They rape our clans, and they rape us, and I will not have it. She looks basically everybody in the eye, including all of you guys. Then she turns and she focuses on Gordengar. I was there when Bolthelm fell. You were there, Gordengar, son of Kenstrel. You were there, Jorganoth Bladesong. You were there, Harvar, son of Horvek. And she looks at you, Kymris. And Saga Everlasting was there. And I will never forget what I saw her do that day. I will pray to Vinga that I am as brave as she when my own time comes.
Tears well up in Kymris' eyes when she says that.
But you will know who were there, and you will vouch for my words. The bat came to Boldholm that day, and none of us would be here to remember it if not for one thing. That day a dragon came, and it drove the bat before it.
I glance at Arissa.
Yeah, Arissa's hand just like slides over her bag.
Whoops. Orlanth is dying. You can feel it in the wind. You can smell it in the air. This is Shepelkurt's design. Shepelkurt is a Hjortling word for, basically means like liar, deceiver, also the Red Moon. 5 years ago, they tried to desecrate the hill of Orlanth Victorious, and for that I bathed it in their blood. I tried to free us then, but I failed. Because we do not consort with demons. Because we're not slaves of a witch goddess. Because we do not lie down and fuck chaos. I failed because in order to free ourselves and pull that whore from the sky, we need another dragon. After many hero quests and many, many sacrifices, I have found us one. It slumbers and cannot be woken yet, because it is missing pieces of its soul. They were stolen by the empires of worm friends, by those who turned from the old ways. I will find these pieces. I will make the dragon whole. I will wake it. I will turn it against the empire. She turns and walks right up to you guys. Show me the marks on your hands.
I do, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't say nah.
You don't say no to
To
her.
kill her, Starbrow.
Absolutely not.
All right. She looks them. She looks all of you in the eyes, and she says, one of the pieces lies locked away in a temple on the slopes of Mount Cargratis. It is called the Eye which opens and closes. I have had my people searching for it, but you have found it. You will lead me to it tomorrow. And with that, she just like turns and walks out. Doesn't even look back.
Holy fuck.
Says Gordon Carr. And everybody kind of just... Right. Well, this is Ernal Desta. Of course, we will have to stay the night. We'll ask you to stay here, but if you need anything from your homes, we will send people back to get them. And in the morning, after breakfast, we will go.
All right.
Fuck, I don't have anything to say, man.
Kymris is completely speechless too. He's just like awestruck.
Nod curtly, like I have it together.
Hold on one sec, Christian. She said that Gordon Gar and what was it?
Vortigar, Jorganath, and Harvar. Harvar is a huge smith. They all fought at the fall of Boldhome.
They were all there with Saga.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's not that long ago. That's
right.
I want to say, I mean, it's within your lifetimes. And Starbrow's rebellion, when she talked about the desecration of the Hill of Orlanth Victorious, that was to the Lunars. The whole Hill of Orlanth Victorious is the hill that Orlanth departed on the Lightbringer's quest from. It's like the most sacred place to Orlanth, period. And they tried to desecrate it, and that hill is in the Kellard Vale, where her tribe is, the Keldons. She was 13, I think, when Boldhome fell, and like maybe your guys' age, fighting there. She started that rebellion because they just like fucked the Lunars for trying that, and that started a rebellion, and the rebellion got put down. But that was 5 years ago. So I take it back. Actually, she's in her early 30s now. So that was she was not that. She was 13 when Boldhome fell. So okay. She was very young. Yeah.
Yeah, Kymrese just takes a few steps away from the rest of the group and just kind of wanders off into another room.
Sure. Everything is made to make you guys comfortable. The other guests kind of hang around if you want to talk to them, but Collier's not around. It's up to you.
I need to talk to my friends.
You can also probably grab some private corner to talk in.
Huddle for a few minutes around a pitcher of wine.
After that, Aranina, by the way, Rue looks at you and is like, like you get like a what the fuck like sort of thing
from Aranina. From Aranina. Fucked.
Yeah. I mean, this is like I'm thinking like George Washington, but it's like beyond George Washington. It's like if Space George Washington just came to your hometown. It was like, yeah, I need you to do this.
Space George Washington.
Who are your heroes?
Wait, Donald Trump? No, I'm just kidding.
How dare you? How dare you?
There's a huge temple in the mountains above us. We're going to have to get it.
No, don't say that.
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened. It's so great.
She's like sweet and innocent and
Judi Dench.
There is a baby here. Do not tamper her ears with this man's name.
Okay, we're done.
He is a child.
It's like meeting Sarah's cat.
It's like Sarah's cat. No, so for you, it would be like if Nona walked in, Rue, and was like, "I need you on this mission."
Fucking, I was like, it's like meeting Tamsin Muir.
Yeah, I was just going to say
it's exactly the experience I had meeting Tamsin Muir. It's me in an elevator next to Stephen Graham Jones. Just this is fucking dying. Fuck. Yeah, I need to herd my people ish where I can speak in low tones with a relative chance of not being overheard. Relative.
You get a corner. After Ernie is like, what the fuck? You like everybody kind of like goes about their business.
Am I gonna die?
Well, I guess you were right.
The thing that she was looking. Yeah, about the dragon. I know I was right. I was right. See? I was right.
You don't have to say it 4 times.
No, I'm saying because I don't really believe it either, but I'm making it real. The thing she's looking for. Do we think it's the same thing in our pocket or behind the door we couldn't open?
I don't know.
Because it's in your pocket.
Yeah. It hasn't left my side since then.
Will she be mad if we, wait to show it to her?
Well, I mean,
we don't.
Do we show it to her? I don't. Maybe is he saying anything? Does he have an opinion? Hey, dragon.
Yeah, you all hear in your.
You have an opinion.
Yeah, you all hear in your heads. I will appear when the time is right.
Do we show her the sphere?
I will appear when the time is right.
Oh,
I say we wait.
Okay.
I say we wait.
I look at the rest of you and I say, the good news is he didn't give me a boat yet, so he's got a plan.
I was hoping the dragon versus bat thing was like a last resort thing but it seems like it's becoming a more
like the
prominent
only resort.
A more prominent resort than I had hoped. Well, I suppose.
I say we wait. We lead her to the temple, see if it's there, if it opens again, see what she's looking for. If it is the thing, I say we show it to her.
If she's mad that we didn't show it to her right away, she'll kill us all. Probably in the amount of time it takes to sneeze. Or she could kill us all. She could. She could.
I look at you and I say, she's in short supply of allies when stacked against the Crimson Bat. She's not going to kill us. Especially if we're willing to help.
We're also friends of the dragon. I don't think she would kill us.
She said she would point the dragon, like aim the dragon, like that sounds real close to the Empire worm friends, wielding this shit.
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous about that.
I was also hesitant about that. I mean, he's not a weapon. He's a living.
You're at war, Arissa. Everything's a weapon.
I'm not a weapon. Not everything has to be.
You're real handy with that sleep spell.
I can really only use that against chaos creatures.
Is the bat's the most chaotic of them all?
I don't think I could put the Crimson Bat to sleep.
Have you tried?
But have you tried?
I don't want to get
insert the cowboy meme.
So, say this all goes super pear-shaped. Like, the worst thing that could happen would be the bat and the dragon raise our country to the ground, I suppose. If you get eaten by a dragon, does it consume your soul?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So that's better the devil that doesn't eat your soul, right?
Do dragons eat people? Is that a thing of the past?
Oh, that is how the Empire of Worms friends ended. So they like allied with. So little history on them. They literally were in Sartar. Your own clan left. Because they were like, fuck this, you guys are leaving the old ways, we're out. The Empires of Worms friends, to quote Tolkien, they dug too greedily and too deep. And the dragons were like, fuck this shit, and came and like ate everyone. And for 150 years, no humans lived in Sartar because the dragons killed them all.
Gotcha. So it was like spite eating, not like eating to survive.
No, they don't. Dragons don't necessarily. So dragons in Glorantha, like true dragons, are like these almost incomprehensible, huge mythic beings. There are also what are called dream dragons, which are the result of a dragon having a bad dream, but it like manifests in reality. And they behave like traditional, like European dragons, breathing fire, burning cities down, taking gold. True dragons can do that too, but usually not that much.
I look at you, Rue, and I say, worst case scenario, we're all lost in oblivion together.
That's the worst case scenario.
And then I look, and then my face goes a little bit, loopy, and looks at you, Brennan. I said, keyword together.
Rue will return your smile and say, laughing in the dark.
Reese does this with nothing on his head.
Okay, so I think Bryn's plan is a good idea. We take her there, and then depending on what we find when it seems relevant, we'll be like, hey, orb.
Yeah.
And also, he said he'll show himself when the time is right. I don't think she will argue with us listening to a dragon.
Right.
We all want the same thing.
He is our ally.
Right. And realistically, it's not he is not something that we can give.
No. He chooses.
He chooses.
Doesn't even really seem to be bound to the orb that much, right? Like he's
more bound.
He's checked in
us
without Arissa anywhere near me before, so the orb's more like a souvenir. The temple. It's like clear Starbrow's not interested in a keychain.
Arissa really
nice to hang on her chariot.
Yeah.
Arissa just really quietly under her breath, not thinking anyone's gonna hear, will just go, I made it a little blanket.
And you hear in your head, and I appreciate it.
She just melts a little, but she did good.
Okay, so I guess we have some food, some drink, and try to act like
you try
like we're adults.
A normal night. Do you want anything from your home, like your weapons or an armor?
Yes, I would like my gear.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody, you're not allowed to leave the hall.
Arissa just wants someone to go tell her grandmother what's happening.
Yep. But you're very you're handled to stay in the hall and be like, oh no, you don't have to worry about that. We'll go get it. And the weapon veins go and get that stuff for you.
Is Saven here in the hall right now?
Oh yeah, Saven's on the
ring.
ring.
He's not leaving. He's staying here too.
No, he can go home. You guys can't leave the hall.
I can't go with Saven. Son of a bitch.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to my mom.
Yeah, I would ask for somebody to fetch Harold.
Okay. We'll do Ruin and his mom first, and then we'll do you. Okay. She comes over.
Hey, Mom.
With sandwiches.
It's gonna be great tomorrow. We know exactly where the temple is. Clear Starbrow is gonna be.
You didn't tell her, right?
Nope. She saw the mark and she was like, "Where'd you get that?" And he said, "I found it in the woods."
She heard more.
Why didn't you tell me?
Liv heard more from Arissa.
That's true. That's true. I can't remember exactly what.
Arissa kept it vague, but she definitely said more than Rue by accident.
Okay.
I didn't not tell you. I wasn't sure what had happened myself really, and
the mission is still a lie. Ruined.
I was just turning it over in my mind a little for a while.
Well, no matter. If it can help clear, then it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Just show where this place is, and then hopefully they can move on.
Better armed than before.
I'm happy that she's here, and I'm happy we can help, but it's also very dangerous that she's here.
I know. It seems like she won't be staying long. We'll leave it first light.
Okay. Well, sleep well and try not to die. You're all I have left. She kind of hops off. But tears up when she says that.
He's like, I'm not. I've got a whole life here.
Kymrese, Harold comes in kind of with his hat in his hand, kind of,
With what in his hand?
His hat in his hand and kind of dirty pottery clothes on and looking very out of place here.
I welcome him into the I guess hall with open arms.
Well, I mean, everybody knows that somebody's here is very important, obviously, but what is going on?
I'll fill him in on what's going on. As long as it's not information that's secret, I guess.
It's probably not a good idea to just go blabbing who's here.
Yeah, don't let anybody know. Okay, Starbrow is here.
I'll just let him know that I'm going to say I haven't seen Harold since I went on my journey. Even though I've been back for 4 weeks now, I haven't seen him.
Okay.
So I think I just kind of welcome him into the hall and I say, that tonight I just want to be with him. I just want to be present with him. Mm-hmm. And I want to just drink and just relish the moments that we have.
Drink more. Okay.
Because we might not have many more left. And then I think I think as the evening progresses and obviously there's other things happening at the same time, but I'm just kind of fast forwarding for my specific thing that I want to do with Harold, and then we can incorporate it later. I think there comes to a point where I look at Harold and maybe he's been drinking a bit and I'm definitely fucking 3 sheets to the wind by now.
Okay.
And I look at Harold and I kind of just stare at him for a minute. And I, take a deep breath and I say, I saw many things on my journey and I learned a lot of things. And tomorrow's not guaranteed. The sun will rise, but maybe we won't see it. And I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. And I hold up my glass, and whoever else is there in the room that's drinking and stuff, I call out like a loud fucking toast. And I say, here's to Harold, spinner of the potter's wheel and spinner of fate.
Everyone, yeah, absolutely.
Arachne Solera fucking smites you.
Yeah, right. You get bit by a spider immediately. No, everybody kind of.
Here.
Goes, yeah. Thank you, my boy. Thank you. And he just kind of hugs you.
Yeah.
And he says, you're going to go on to things I couldn't even imagine or understand. I know it, but go knowing I love you.
I love you too, Harold. And I give him a hug. That's it.
That's it. Unless anyone else has anything else they want to do, the night passes. Word can be gotten to anyone who you want to be told that you have to go somewhere.
And side piece.
Descara.
Please round up all of my 14 siblings.
Rue will have whoever goes to get his stuff bring back the game so he can finish his game with Bren.
Amazing. That's so Amber. Okay. So you spend the rest
Bren
of the night
doesn't
playing
play.
the game.
Oh, shit. Hey, did any of you toast, by the way, when I toasted to Harold, spinner of the potter's wheel and spinner of fate?
He's gonna keep looking at her, like touching one piece, and then like, were you gonna move it here? Just like questioning look.
I also did not
on when
toast.
that tastes.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends. I don't know where Arissa was.
He
But
just
yeah,
wants
no.
to make her laugh.
Descara sends word to his family in Esrala, but he also wants to ask someone, one of the people who came in, about any word from Whitewall.
So if you remember, you did receive word that your mom got there safely.
Yes.
All right. So, well, the Lunars are beginning to have encircled it. Feel it's the beginning of a siege. This is Orngren, actually, who says this. It's the beginning of a siege. They've got Dolbanian dog eaters there, and the Marins with Maronite swords, a couple other units. Word has it they might even bring in some of their sorcerers. And of course the map. So that's told of the Free Olanthe. If it falls, well, pray all if it doesn't.
My mother's there.
What is her name?
Lalra.
We will be there soon. I will give her word of you.
Thank you.
Your son's okay. He just like befriended a dragon.
He's warding the woods and
your
slaying
son's
the
sick
ogres.
as fuck.
Slaying the ogres.
Christian, there was someone from Johnstown, right?
Minareth Purple, yes.
Yes, Arissa would like to.
Minareth is such a hot name.
Okay, he is. He's actually doing something very rare for you guys to see, which is reading a scroll.
Oh, that's the Lankmar.
Yeah, Lankarmai.
Yeah.
Fuck, this guy can read.
The nerd.
This dude staring at the
He
paper.
also, if you listened, wrote something.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Fuck.
So Arissa does the usual awkward approach.
The sidle.
Yeah, the little Arissa sidle,
And
not
he's kinda
taking up
like
any
just like
room.
looking at the scroll, and he's like,
Pardon?
yes?
Sorry to interrupt.
No, of course. What? Please sit.
Thank you. She does. You are of Johnstown, correct?
That I am.
How is the Temple of Shalana Arroy?
The hospital. Well, I have not been in quite some time, as you can imagine. Bit of a price on the old head, but last time I was there, it was fine.
How
I can
long
see you
ago
are a
was
white
that?
lady. Blessed to you, white lady.
Thank you.
It's been 2 years. But I will tell you that, worry not, the white lady's name is beloved everywhere.
Thank you. My grandmother studied and spent many of her years there, and so, although I have only been once or twice in my life, it still holds a very special place in my heart.
Understandable. The Temple of Knowledge Temple there holds a very special place in my heart, as you can imagine.
I can. May I ask what you're reading?
Oh, this, well, it's something silly, really. Just something I've been working on, a little bit of my own work.
Oh.
Just a treatise on trolls.
And Arissa will do what she did as Shalana and give the man a place to hyperfixate and give him someone to listen to.
Okay, this dude like info dumps the fuck out of trolls on you. So
She's cool with that. She's in. She's like, yeah, sure, I'll hang out.
So I mean, some of the stuff you've known.
We've got a friend with troll blood. He left.
Yeah.
He's somewhere in Tavis.
Trolls are one of the darkness race. They actually lived underground and were driven above ground when Yelm died and went there because they wanted to live in the darkness and didn't want to be in the light when he went into hell. There are different races of trolls. The most common ones that we see on the surface are called dark trolls. Although there are several others. The most powerful is called a mistress race troll. Trolls are very matriarchal. And the mistress race trolls are considered the most ancient and powerful trolls, closest to Kaija Litor, their goddess.
The goddess of eating?
No, that's someone different. Kaija Litor is like the mother of trolls. That there's a castle of Ned in Dragori and Karth, which is a massive troll stronghold. I've been to those lands and I've seen tremendous mushroom forests and darkness spirits wandering through it. It's amazing. And trolls, although they get a bad reputation, they just have a much more varied palate than us and can eat more. So their food isn't always that appetizing. But if you get to know them and you follow their customs, they're actually not bad hosts.
Is Kymrese a troll?
But he also expounds upon the fact that when the war of the gods ended and the Lightbringer's quest was successful, and the gods' order was restored to the universe, time began. There was something called the Council of Friends, which was like one of every race on it. Okay. And eventually some people got the bright idea that we're going to make our own god. We got the magic to do it. This is going to be great. We're going to do it. And the two parties that objected to it were the trolls and the Orlanthi. They were like, fuck this shit. We're out of here. Okay. And they left. And the rest of the people proceeded without them. They stopped the sun in the sky. It's called the sun stop.
Everyone just fucks with the sun and this thing.
Nobody knows how long it lasted because time didn't flow while the sun was stopped. But while it was stopped, two people were born.
Red Moon Goddess.
One person became known as Nicelor, the bright god. And somewhere on an island, someone was born by the name of Arkat. You've heard of both of these names, by the way.
Yeah, Nicelor fucked with my people.
Nicelor was just heralded as this great goddess. He's a very Christ-like figure. He taught wisdom. People moved to his land, Dorasor, where he was there, and it became this magical capital, and his religion began to spread. But Arcot was like, something's fucky about this. Okay. And the trolls in Neurolanthi were still like, something's fucky about this guy. And eventually this great plague swept a certain land. It was Sesnella, I think. And they were able to figure out that only Nicelor's priests could cure the disease, but that was because Nicelor's priests were causing the disease. And Nicelor's promises were false, and Nicelor is Gabaja, he is chaos. And so Arcot was like, fuck that shit. And he led this 50-year war against chaos. And during that time, the trolls allied with him and the Orlanthi allied with him. He had many, many allies. He joined and abandoned many, many cults. He became like a hero questing like genius and went all sorts of places in the other world and actually learned how to be like, I'm going to go on this hero quest, but then halfway through, I'm going to jump to this other one. And I'm going to like just go everywhere in the world of myth, gained all sorts of crazy fucking powers, actually became a troll, even though he was born a human. And eventually, in the City of Miracles atop the Tower of Dreams in the land of Dorastor, Arcot killed Nicelor, but it was only after massive destruction. And unfortunately, it was not after Nicelor cursed the race of trolls who were fighting him, so they would never give birth to... They could never truly give birth to their young without a risk of having trollkin. So now there's another race of trolls called Trollkin, who are these little, like, almost like goblins, who are the result of that curse.
Huh.
So
just be cursing everything.
Only some trolls, when a troll woman gives birth to like a dark troll, she is like revered. Because she gave like a true birth. Most of the time they have litters of trollkin, and trollkin are treated like crap in troll society because it's a reminder of the curse.
Wow. So shitty all around.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you hear about all of that stuff.
She actually quite enjoys that because she's a big fucking nerd. And it's more information that can hopefully in the future help her make peace with more people, because that's just what she wants to do.
And he tells you all about the mistress race troll who was on the Council of Friends, who is still alive today, who is called Crag Spider the Fire Witch.
He's the one that's friends with the dragon.
Absolute queen of the trolls who lives in that Tower of Lead in Dragorian Karth, who is friends with the Black Dragon.
Damn.
It's just the Black Dragon. And she's trying to like break the curse somehow.
Want to kill some bats?
She's basically gone from being a mortal to like a demigoddess at this point. She's like powerful as fuck.
She's fucking cool.
Yeah. She could kill some bats.
Yeah, I want to befriend her. Holy shit. Christian knows I want to befriend everything, so
I know you do.
Arissa's the perfect character for
you. Really are.
Arissa is the perfect character for befriending people, so don't even fucking start with me.
I'm not.
Christian,
I'm just saying.
Let's be honest. Is love the most powerful thing of all?
Trolls have 6 nipples. They do indeed.
True facts about the troll.
True facts about the troll.
Oh my god, Amber.
The troll has 6 nipples.
I'm gonna binge those tonight now. Fuck.
So good.
I love those videos.
Oh my god, I love
that's what he says. That's what he says to you. That's what he teaches you.
These are the true facts of DMs After Dark.
Holy shit. 5 days ago, he uploaded one about crabs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Return to crab.
Genital or oceanic variety?
The oceanic, everything returns to crab.
Yeah, everything I gotta
ask.
Carcination.
Yeah.
I saw someone's Halloween costume on TikTok. It was they just had a crab on their chest and a bunch of arrows coming out from around them that pointed to the crab.
That's awesome.
It's just like everything returns to crab.
The best one I saw was a couple's costume, which was the Ocean Gate submarine, but like broken in 2.
Oh, so a bunch of people dressed up as Parisian bedbugs. That was
iconic.
Yeah,
I was Arthur Shelby from the Peaky Blinders. Thank you.
So yeah, anything else? If not,
I Rue is going to sit next to Bryn after he realizes that he cannot get her to smile or relax or feel better at all at some point later in the evening. And he is just going to say, I know you're getting ready to go to war. And I am getting ready to go with you. And so are all of them. And he just kind of looks toward our friends.
They're not going to go to war with us. Arissa just talked about how she's not a weapon.
What do you want to put on it? What's your wager? Just staring at them being them right now. Just Kymri's fucking drunk as shit. Deskar going off with his Rala or whatever. Like, Arissa perched listening with rapt attention to the Linker, my scholar.
Dinner with my grandmother at your place.
Aww.
You're on.
Oh.
All right. And if I lose?
Oh, for me to decide?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to win, so.
What do you want?
Oh, I want dinner with your grandma.
If you lose. Oh, I guess it's what I want.
Yeah. Yes.
Crap, what do I want?
Bryn doesn't know how betting works.
Bryn forgets how betting works.
I offered something, so I was expecting him to offer something.
I thought you said bedding, like bed someone.
I mean, maybe that too.
That too. These are the same picture. Come on, Bryn, what you get?
I want to race against Wolfru.
Whoa.
I was just going to have to wonder who would have won forever, I guess, after I win.
We'll see.
You're on.
Let's see. You're really going to come to war? I can't ask you to do that, Rue.
I don't know that it's so much a choice anymore. I think a lot of things since the beginning of adulthood, I guess, have been pointing toward it. It's starting to feel like destiny.
Not everyone has to fight.
You don't have to fight to go to war, Bryn. He looks at Arissa again. She'll be there. Picking up the pieces.
And putting them back on.
We all lose.
I'm just going to look at the dragon mark on his palm. Tides always change. Eventually. No one reigns forever.
Yeah, but how much will we lose when we get there? What will it take? One of us? All of us? None of us?
Only the road will tell. But we watch each other's backs. Give ourselves the best chance.
I will give her anything she wants.
Give who anything? Oh, Kalir?
Kalir.
I know. You're all in kind of person, Bryn. I love that about you.
Okay, so she'll smile a little bit at that.
He'll smile a lot about that little smile. Just sit there quietly with her.
Okay. The night passes. Probably don't sleep very well. Although Jorna actually is a very good host to make sure you have everything you need, and you find that Desta also is very doting over you guys and kind of comes and tucks you in, and not tucks you in, that's still too much, but she makes sure you're comfortable and asks if you're, even though it's not her hall, asks if there's like
warm
anything
glass
you need,
of milk.
anything she can do for you, like that sort of stuff. Tries to calm you down, is like perfectly willing to talk to you. You get the sense that she's very much the good cop to Kalir's bad cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Burn off some excess energy with a vigorous game of tug of war with Quicksilver.
Yeah. Your animals are here, by the way. I did forget to say that. The precious babies are with you. So in the morning, you were awoken early, and the sleet has stopped. It's a very cold, clear day, water day of Death Week. There's ice and frost on all the branches, but it's at least not raining. And you're all kind of bundled up, get your stuff on, your weapons, and everybody else is waiting for you. The group, Kalir's group, is waiting for you.
No, fuck. They got up before us. They're making us look bad. Grab shit, put shit
on. You're not taking horses here. If you remember, it's kind of a steep climb. Ort can make it. But
it was only like 5 or 6 weeks of travel from here, where it's fine.
Right. 5 or 6 weeks would literally get you to like the other side of this continent. It's really not that big of a place.
A lot of fucking people wanting other people's shit, though.
It's a wonder how Rue manages to find himself in the forest.
Yeah.
How far did you go?
Years.
3 years. 3 weeks in.
It's been years. Your hair's gotten so long.
So you're kind of gathering up and kind of arranging yourselves, and Desta's there again. Do you have a cloak? Is that cloak warm enough? Do you need is there anything you need? Did you get like something warm to eat this morning? And finally Kalir's like, damn it, Ern, it's not a picnic. Let's go. And you just like,
I've got sandwiches.
Rue's got sandwiches.
What did you make? Says Desta.
Oh shit. It's
lamb.
It's turkey. It's turkey with some sliced hard cheeses and some dried plums for a little bit of sweetness.
Ooh, I love that. I love plums and I love turkey. Back in my home in Elkin Valley, there's nice turkey. My father used to hunt for them, and she just like yaks to you.
Yeah, really. You brine it first, and then we smoke it in the smokehouse.
You start talking.
Talking sandwiches here.
Yeah, Kalira's like, what direction do we go in?
This way.
Thank you. And she just like starts going in that direction. Orngren kind of walks with her. Ensterin is the scout. She's keeping a lookout. Orngren's trying to talk to Kalir, and Kalir's just not having it. Minareth and Orlerant are kind of in the middle. You check, Orlerant keeps kind of looking at you guys, but doesn't necessarily approach you.
Looking at us in what way? Like suspicious? Does he...
Interesting. I'm not even going to have you make an insight own species. He's just like interested. You can tell. Keeps looking at your hands.
Bunch of weirdos. Here we go.
Yeah, it's fair.
This is the weird one though. Like this is the one with the green eyes and the weird tattoos.
Yeah. Can you give me a quick rundown of the names again?
Sure. So you have Kalir Starbrow, right?
Yeah.
You have Orngren Holdfast, who is the Wind Lord. Or Storm Voice of Orlanth, rather. I'm sorry.
Storm Voice. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You have Enrin Ironeye, who's the Vingan, who's the kind of like the scout / watch person.
Vingan Ironeye.
Enrin. I'll put this in.
Put it in the NPC sheet.
Was he from the Dragon Clan?
Enrin.
One of them was a
dragon. I'll get there in a minute.
She's a Vingan?
Orlerant. Yeah, she's a Vingan.
Okay. And
speaks the tongue of dragons. That's what you were told by him. Oh shit! I'm sending this just to Kymri, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
And the other ones are Orn, Gurin, and Emerin, and Minareth.
Is the Arnalda priestess?
Minareth Purple is the sage who wears a purple cloak, and Arnaldesta is the priestess.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Does anyone else think Minareth is a super babe name? Anyone else? Just show of hands. Just raise them up.
Nice name.
A babe name. Anyone?
Are you
Anyone?
trying to nail Minthara
And
in
you raise your
I think
hand.
he is. Yeah, I think he is.
I think he is.
I totally was. Halson's useless. Fuck that guy.
No, we love Bear Daddy. I mean, I can't talk. I'm the one that simps for Will.
Yeah, you love all the people we hate. I can't.
hate Will so much.
No,
I really
he's
do.
so romantic.
I don't hate Will anymore, but his he just speaks in purple prose, and as an editor that hurts me.
Sacrifice him
valid.
to the fish gods.
That is only valid coming from Amber.
As an editor, it hurts me sometimes when he just like over embellishes his.
But as someone
The
going
blade
down
of
his
the
romance
frontiers.
path, it's adorable.
No,
I'm like, yes, please
Will
talk poetry
is a
with me.
punk. And I can tell you why Will is a punk, okay? I'm going to lay it out for you, all right? Will acts like a huge hero, and he's like the sword of the coast and all this bullshit, okay? He made a fucking deal with the devil, and he acts like he had no choice. But that's bullshit. He had a choice, and he literally could have just gone and fucking done that without having to lean on Minthara, okay? But he didn't. But he didn't.
If
Mizora.
Mizora, that's right, I'm sorry.
Second off, if you
Too many M
speak
names.
with him more and get a more friendship with him, he tells you how he's trying to live up to that hero image and still doesn't feel like he can. He's very insecure about it. And he
should
puts
be,
out
because he sucks.
he puts out that image because he's trying to
Savagery.
make people happy. And he's trying to be the hero that he thinks he should be.
Right. So he's an insecure
He's got imposter syndrome.
person.
He's got imposter syndrome.
Yes. But he
Let
but
me
the
ask
way
you
he goes
this.
about dealing with it is what I don't like about it.
Let me ask you this, Orissa.
He takes
Yeah.
the shortcut. He's like a guy who takes steroids and works out his glamour muscles. Okay. That's what he is, basically.
Wow. See, he speaks in purple prose, which is a valid criticism, but that's too harsh right there.
Yeah.
If Will has imposter syndrome and is conflicted with who he is, if he resolves that, is that not success? Like, is that not like, has he not
I resolved it for him.
attained what he
'Cause
should be
I let his
searching
dad
for?
die and then broke the pact. And everyone was mad at me. And I was like, I don't care. Now you just have to be who you are.
But if
Loser.
all of that were to go away, did he not achieve what we would all search for, right? Like purpose. He found purpose. He got rid of all of that.
Trying
You're right
to
there.
do good.
Now, can you be an imposter if you're dead? I help him.
Just kill him. I will say in my second
Where's my
playthrough,
fucking cat? She's playing
in my
Arissa.
second playthrough, I'm using him in my party a little more, and he's all right. But anyway, we got
Sorry. PG3
track.
rant. My bad.
Yeah, we did. No, it's good.
Forgot my headphones were charging. I almost unplugged
Oh,
myself.
no.
And now we're making our
Alira's like,
way.
what the fuck? Stop talking about this alternate universe I know nothing about with this other
Like, who
game.
the
that
fuck
sounds
is
like it
this
has-
Will?
So Orleron is the dragon guy. He's Orlanthe, but he's weird. And he keeps kind of looking at you.
Weird people.
Mostly at your hands, and then like you catch him looking, and he'll look at you in the eye, but then like kind of like doesn't say anything, but he just kind of goes back to like looking around and everything.
He thinks his eyes are cooler than mine.
If he does make eye contact with Arissa, she'll just do like a little awkward wave and not say anything.
I'm gonna
He's tremendously amused by that and waves back at you.
Excellent.
ask Syl in our special secret language what she makes of them, of all these people.
The mean one smells very official.
Is the mean one Kalir Starbrow?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He's like the alpha of alphas here in Sartar.
Right. I like the mom.
Yeah, she knows sandwiches, man.
It smells like nice bread.
She does.
The purple one smells like ink.
What about look at Iron Guy over here?
Olorant, you mean?
Yeah.
He seems very interested in us.
Yeah. I think he can read whatever is on our hands, and I wonder if it means anything in particular to him. Maybe we should ask.
Maybe. He doesn't seem mean. Like the mean one.
I am gonna ask. You can read worm runes.
As much as is possible, yes. I can also speak the language as much as it is possible for a human to speak it. It's a fascinating language. You are Ruin, correct?
Yes.
Olorant, at your service. Bows.
It's an honor to meet you. Does it say or mean anything to you?
It is the Dragonude rune.
Does it have a particular significance?
Well, like the man rune signifies men, or the beast rune signifies beast, the dragon rune signifies dragon newts, and draconic folk.
Fucking dragons.
I don't know much about dragons. Are dragon newts, are they separate from dragons, or are they related
Oh, no,
somehow?
not at all. They are immature dragons.
So they turn into like under mountains, like dragons.
Eventually, yes, all dragon newts are on a path of development. And I have to go see what these assholes put in.
God damn it, Troy.
Fucking guy. All right.
Just like real immature dragons.
Yeah, I see.
Come on, guys. Dragon, we're all dragon.
Nuts, I get it. No.
Dragon
God.
All dragon newts are on a path of development. There are different phases that they go through. Evolution, if you will. From just simple dragon newts to beach dragon newts, warriors. Each evolution fulfills a certain role in dragon newt society.
Do they metamorphosize like
warrior,
like a butterfly or moth, or is it more like shedding? Or
they are hatched again, believe it or not. If a dragon newt dies, it actually is reborn in its egg and hatches again with its memories of its life. They are functionally immortal.
Reborn out of another dragon newt, or like does the egg get laid, or does it?
The eggs, well, from what I understand, and I believe, the eggs that are in the nests, there's High Worm is one that is a dragon newt nest right over there. There's High Worm. If you remember when you left the town, you saw those. That was High Worm. That's a dragon newt city. That is one of the nests. The eggs are laid there.
What are they laid by?
Dragons. Or they were laid by the dragons when they were given the land at the base of the spike in the god time.
How long does it take for one to fully mature?
Oh, it can take eons. It depends on their own path. If they make mistakes and fall off the draconic path, they can slip, go backward.
How would you... I know it's very different, so it's hard to compare, understand, but how would, if you were to summarize the nature of the draconic path to the best of your understanding, what would it be?
I kind of like does this, and he's got these like tattoos on his hands and stuff. He goes, Not many people ask me that question. The dragons come from outside. They were not born of the runes of the gods, the way everything else here was. They came here, fully formed, from the void. We believe the cosmic dragon, and he kind of points up this sky. You can't see it because it's the day, but there's a huge constellation called the cosmic dragon. Its eye is actually Orlant's ring. And he says, the cosmic dragon gave birth to the race of dragons. And dragons seek to return to the void.
They just want to go home.
It is a perfect place where there is no want.
Don't we all?
There is no hurt. There is no pain. There is just peace. They believe that attaching themselves to the world drags them backwards.
So why would they help us?
It's hard to say. Their ways are often inscrutable.
I love that word. Sorry.
Thank you.
Do you think they can feel compassion?
Oh, most certainly.
Right.
I have a pet theory, if you will, that each stage of development in the dragon newt is the real purpose of it is to experience certain emotions, but not necessarily just good emotions, but bad emotions as well. As you know, dragon newts, they get a bad reputation for being very unpredictable, which is true. Like, people tend to stay away from them even when they see them because you never know what they're going to do. My theory is that it's part of their development. So, for instance, one might be sent to the world to experience love and hate, or greed and charity, or compassion and cruelty. So they have to experience all those emotions to have a complete experience. And those are just immature dragons. So a mature dragon, a true dragon, conceivably would be able to experience any of the things that we experience. Perhaps even on a higher level than we experience it.
This fucking guy talking crazy. I check, make sure all my mushrooms are still there. I didn't grab any of them.
When you put it like that, maybe they would be interested in war.
They've certainly played their hand in that before.
Thank you. It's a lot to think
ask
about.
Some questions.
Sure. I don't think I know really anything, but
Oh, I think you know things that I very dearly want to know. You've seen a temple. I've never have. I've only seen some ruins. I've seen some of the Dragon Newt stones, which you guys have seen too. Throughout Sartar, there are you'll see just like these, like they're almost like standing stones. It'll be just like one menhir with like dragon runes carved on it, and typically they line up like over a long distance. You know that they're in a straight lines. Nobody really knows why, but you do know that occasionally there's like some magical power that like flickers around them and then like disappears. But I've never been to be in a real Empire of Wormsfriend's temple. They're all gone. They're all destroyed. I can't imagine it. The things. What did you see? What did you feel? What it was like? Tell me everything, please.
well, I guess the first thing I can tell you is I don't think they're all destroyed or gone. They're just hidden. The temple was sort of pristine. It wasn't there, and then it was.
Amazing. Hence the name, the eye that opens and closes.
And inside there were these carved pillars.
Carvings of what?
It was different dragons. They sort of had elementalish themes, it looked like, right? If I remember that correctly.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the coiled body of different dragons, but each one looked very distinct, different from the others. Some of them seemed almost aquatic and others fiery.
The dragon of the waters, dragon of fire. Perfect. Okay, excellent. All right.
One of the pillars was made of a pale green stone.
Green stone.
Not like an emerald. It was light and
Green,
not translucent. It was opaque.
Green like my eyes.
Like your eyes. Yeah.
There you go,
Can Kymreese pipe
like
in?
Your eyes. Yep.
Can Kymreese pipe in and just kind of say like your eyes in that moment as they're all walking together?
Yes, he says it too. So at the same time, he says green like my eyes, and you say green like my eyes. Yeah, and he goes, right, fascinating.
How'd you get your eyes?
Oh, well, they weren't always this color.
Go on.
Go on.
You're a shaman, yes.
I am.
I know that to do so and to become a full shaman, you have gone under certain initiations.
I have.
As have members of every cult. And those initiations come with them certain secrets you learn, correct?
Correct.
Same thing happened with my eyes.
Let's keep him peeled. He smiles and claps him on his shoulder.
I like you, Kymreese.
I've certainly had worse traveling companions.
Bryn, Des, Arissa, what are you doing during this whole time?
I'm walking ahead and kind of leading Clear Starbrow. Just kind of
Okay, so you're
leading
showing
Clear Starbrow.
Leading? You're leading Clear Starbrow.
Okay. Bryn just whips out her giant dick, drops it on the table.
It's this
it's like the scene from American Psycho with the cards, only it's just dicks.
Know where we're going.
Oh, man.
Look at his, it's got a vein and a mole.
Not the mole he did.
Eggshell.
What?
Arissa, it's okay. It's okay. It's beyond your healing. This is beyond
I don't know it
your
either.
skill
It's
of healing.
American Psycho, the business card scene is iconic. It's very funny.
Okay.
But he's like comparing business cards to this guy. And the business cards look exactly the fucking same, but he's like noticing all the different details.
Like,
this guy's superior business card.
Yeah.
He's like, is that eggshell? Like the color?
Yeah, it's hysterical. It's a very, very iconic scene.
It's good.
But yeah, the prince doesn't know where we're going, so I'm just...
Ken Kung Fu Fenders, the dick collection.
Sorry, is it the prince or the princess?
That'd be awesome.
Prince.
She's the prince.
Prince of Sartar.
It's the prince.
She is the prince of Sartar.
If you are in charge of Sartar, it does not matter your gender, you are the prince.
Thank you for the clarification.
She is also a Vingan, so she was considered and treated as if she was a male.
She's like a priest of Orland.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like Harold, but the opposite.
Correct. But now she has now, to be fair though, she hasn't stated her gender as male though, but she has assumed the Vingan role in society.
No, gotcha.
So
okay.
Gender in Hortlings is very different than it is with us. It's
right.
Like you can this is a role.
She's still using she pronouns, but she has assumed the male social role.
Right. So she had if you listen to her thing, she was Queen of Keldon, Prince of Sartar, right? So she's got it kind of bounces back and forth. So yeah.
I like it.
So all right, so you're up front with her, and she's actually asking you some questions. So she goes, so your grandmother, I believe, was Annalie the Brokenhearted, correct?
Yes, that is my grandmother.
She fought at Grizzly Peak, did she not?
She did, yes.
I was very young when that happened, but that would make your parents names I have to get off my NPC lists.
I don't have them with
them
me either.
That is them, exactly.
That would make your parents Harwin the True and Varela the Calm.
Yes, that is them.
And your aunt
Jess is like, I remember some of these words.
Fucking duct tape and chicken wire.
And your aunt was Navenna.
Yes.
Is Navenna. I know Navenna. Yes, she's very brave. And my condolences to your parents. Or for your parents.
Thank you.
I'm sure they dine in Orland's Hall and are proud of what they see looking down on you.
I hope so.
You have taken the oath of Vinga?
I have, just recently. Just recently.
That is good. We need more of us.
So this.
Yeah. Yep, sure. Orissa, what are you doing?
Arissa's gonna go approach her little nerd friend again.
Okay.
And just
of everyone here, he's having the hardest time physically, like climbing this
It's okay,
place.
so is she!
Yeah.
The little nerd's in the back. So she asks, so this is a potentially odd question, and I don't exactly, if you don't have an answer, that's all right, but how long did it take you to learn to read?
Well, it was part of my cult training.
Do you think it's easy to learn for someone?
I didn't find it hard, particularly.
I will just have to find someone here that could help. Right. There are a lot of things I wish to know that I don't know who to ask for, and so I thought maybe...
Well, you happen to be talking to the right person. I am an initiate of the Knowledge God. Wanting to know things is a wonderful thing.
Okay. I'm so bad at this. Is okay. We're good. We're fine. What do you know about Malia?
The midwife of death.
Yeah.
Well,
I know her basic history and...
I know that she was she's the midwife of death. She was one of the unholy trilogy, the mistress of Ragnar, who gave birth to chaos and brought it into the world. She is also commander of the disease spirits of the world, and wields death, but not in the way of warriors, but in the silent, undignified death that comes for all of us, should blades and spears and spells spare us.
I am unfortunately aware of that aspect. There's just... her story seems so unfinished. Like there's more there that... Forgive me if this sounds crazy, I just feel like there's more there that no one heard, or if they did hear, it's gone.
Much from the god time is unfortunately lost. There are gods and goddesses who lived that we will never know their names because they died from diseases or swords or chaos itself. They were devoured.
It's awful.
I wouldn't necessarily say that there's anything that remains to be written in any god or goddess's story, because due to the cosmic compromise, their actions are frozen. They are done. They can do nothing more than what they have done before time, and they are bound to those actions for eternity. It is only us mortals who can affect the world and change it now. But that comes at the price of our lives, well, being mortal.
That gives me some things to think on. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And then she just kind of like spaces out.
Sure. What are you doing? Nightclaw, by the way, is walking with you. And Ort is like, I missed the chance for Kalir to be like, what the fuck's with the elk? But that's okay. She takes it in stride. Starbrow, what are you doing?
Discard's probably walking about, probably like probably towards the back. Honestly, keeping an eye on toward
behind the nerds. Yeah,
behind the nerds,
slip or fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just every now and then he'll get lost in his own thoughts, thinking of what's what could be happening at White Wall, where they might be going if they have to leave or whatnot, what he would do then.
Fair. Okay. Lost in your own world. Fair enough. So if you remember, it takes, even in the summertime, it took about half a day at least to climb up here. It being storm season, being icy and slippery, it's harder going, much to Kalir's dismay. A couple times you have to stop because Minereth has to catch his breath. Ernaldesta breaks out snacks and gets yelled at a couple times.
I love that she's just a sexy mom. She's just a hot mom.
It's what Ernaldans do. It's great.
Thing. Yeah.
It's
There's a 4-letter acronym for those.
I'm vibe checking again. Is she with Kalir Starbrow?
MILFs.
Roll me in.
I'm vibe checking. I'm vibe checking.
Roll me a check.
Vibe check for lesbians.
I'm only vibe checking this because I remember seeing art somewhere and I got a vibe from the art. But me, who is terrible at vibe checking, but always doing it. Nah, man.
Okay.
Can't tell.
Fuck. I wanted you to have this one, so I'm just going to give it to you for free. You just don't get the check.
Yeah.
You notice a couple times, Ernaldesta dotes on everyone, but she particularly dotes on Kalir.
In a way that nobody else will dare, straightens her cloak.
Absolutely. Straightens her cloak. Or she'll touch her arm and be like, are you all right? And Kalir will be like, Mom?
Every role model in my life is a lesbian.
That sort of stuff, right? And but you also notice, okay, that Orngarin kind of hovers around on the outside of that and tries. And Kalir is just no.
No, dude. Back it up, my dude. You've lost this game.
I just want to say, Sunday Mead, I'm glad I came back to sexy lesbian moms. We're glad you came back to that too, buddy.
We deliver.
Yes, we do.
This is the content we're here to give.
You can also, I'll give you this one. She said she took the Vingan oath, right? So you don't even necessarily have to join the cult of Vinga to take the Vingan oath. A woman who is wronged or mad about something,
you can take it temporary basis.
She can dye her hair red and take the oath of Vinga and be like, I'm going to get revenge on that motherfucker. And during that time, all the Ernaldan stuff kind of is suspended. She doesn't menstruate, and she just is kind of excused from the cult of Ronaldo
to go do some murder.
Murdering, and then she can come back, right? So Kalir,
that's awesome.
Kalir essentially has taken the Vingan oath to free Sartar and is not doing anything until that happens.
I wish we had that in real life.
Oh nice. Man, she's penned up. Fucking
yeah.
The Lunars are fucked, guys.
No, that doesn't necessarily mean she's not engaging in any relations, or she doesn't have.
Put aside having
friendship.
A family, and
right.
Yeah.
She has what archaeologists would refer to as a friendship with Ernaldesta.
They were roommates.
Roommates, right? Lifelong roommates, but. She's not having a family. She's not doing any of the normal folk stuff. She is free in Sartar. That's it.
Respect.
Yeah. Respect.
Don't give Brent any idea. Fuck.
Rue's no, you can have both.
I'm here's some snacks.
Listen,
I'm there looking at him I see myself.
The cunnilingus is overrated. Have you met my rocks?
All right, so you eventually get there despite having to stop for snacks and things of that nature.
Hell yeah.
And there's the big rock. In the distance, you can hear the fall of Gothrangswell. And it just looks like a big rock to you right now.
There's a not insignificant chance that it just won't open again. Just so you all know.
You say that to someone?
Yeah, I'm just going to say that out loud to kind of everyone. So, as I'm staring at the rock, there's a not insignificant chance that it just won't open. I don't know how we did it the first time. it just sort of happened.
Talia just walks up to it. She's like, "This is it, though."
I will try to figure out like as close to the exact spot on the face of this cliff as I can.
She walks up and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And she's like,
it just wasn't there one moment, and then we sort of looked away, and then it was. We didn't really touch anything or say anything. We were sort of being hunted by lunars while we were hunting other lunars.
What?
Orngren says, "It must be a secret door, my prince. I will strike it down as lightning." And he begins to chant.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Holds Orngren.
What happens
Not everything is solved with that, Orngren, says Ernaldesta.
Not everything is solved with lightning.
While all of this is happening, Arisa's just going to really quietly reach her hand into her bag and like gently hold the orb and just very quietly just say, "Is now the right time, friend?"
No. Let this play out.
I'm going to look at the mark on my hand and then look at the wall and then just hold my hand out toward the wall.
Are you standing where you're standing and just holding it out?
Yeah, I'll touch it in a little bit. I'll see if anybody will back me up with this weirdness. Like, hopefully Kime Reese. Like, Kime Reese is right here.
Yeah, I was gonna...
Yeah, okay, cool.
I was gonna walk up and touch the wall.
Okay. You walk up and touch the wall and...
With my mark hand.
The door's there. And if you remember, there was a pit, pillars of dragon carved pillars, and it kind of peaked with that dragon rune that's on your hands.
There we go. Yeah, it worked. Goes, I look at Kime Reese, I'm like, it worked, and I'll high five Kime Reese with my dragon mark hand.
Excellent. Good job. She starts to walk in, and it's a rock wall again.
Nice.
And Orleron's like, he looks at him and he goes, I'm not finding this funny, Orleron. Well, forgive me, my prince. I just, the people who made this place sought the draconic path. And I don't need a history lesson. What I mean is that they sought the void, right? They sought timeless perfection. Yes, you and I are tied to this world. By our desires, by our gods, by the oaths we've taken, by the things we want. To enter this place, it requires a certain innocence, I believe. A purity that perhaps we do not possess. They are young. They're just starting out in their life. It always had to be them. And Collier's just like, and turns to look at you.
They're young. They're starting out in their life.
I'm Reese who conquered death.
Virgins.
Nice to meet you.
Mostly everyone but Descara.
Descara, you can't come in. You have too much game.
Thanks.
Rude.
So she just looks at you and she's like, you will enter the temple. You will seek the inner sanctum. There will be a vessel there. It contains the first piece of the dragon's soul, the breath of the dragon. You will be tested there. You will not fail. The people of Sartar depend upon you. Do you understand?
Will not fail, my prince.
Very well. We will wait for you outside. She kind of storms off, and Ernaldesta, she doesn't storm off, but she kind of backs up and is mad. And Ernaldesta walks over and puts a hand on her shoulder, and she's like, and shrugs away from her. If I may, says Orleron as he steps up. Imagine this: a rich man and his slave set off upon a journey by boat. The rich man brings a great chest that contains all of his wealth. The slave has nothing. Not even his own life is his. The rites of Dormal are not properly performed. Which, aside, Gloranthan lore, that's the thing. There are rites of this god Dormal that you have to perform if you're going to sail on a ship, and if you don't, the ship sinks.
Fuck you. Yep, that sounds right.
Yep.
Nice.
The rites of Dormal were not properly performed. Creatures from the deep sink the boat. Only one man survives. Who is it, and why?
One not carrying a chest full of gold.
The one who had nothing to lose.
Correct. Our desires, our wants tie us to things. The secret of the draconic path is to let go of desire, to do nothing, to be. I believe you found this place because you wanted nothing from it. I want nothing more than to go in there, and so I will never be able to set foot in it. But I ask you, take that same innocence that you had when you first found this place in with you. Do nothing and be, because the only evil you will encounter in there is that which you bring with you.
Gonna lie. I appreciate the advice, but I feel that has made it worse. I'm gonna try to forget everything you just told me now, so I have a shot of doing that. Okay. 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 Want nothing, be nothing.
Right. Well, good luck.
Yep.
No pressure.
And those doors, that opening is black and that warm air is flowing out at you into the cold air. And you need to go into the Dragon Temple. But I think we'll stop there because if we continue, this would become too long of a session. So we'll do a part 2 where we go into the Dragon Temple.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hi. Just in time, Witty.
Damn. I thought we were just supposed to take them here.
Oh no, we're the chosen ones, Bryn.
That was the original. That was Kalir's plan, right? Yeah.
Want
Kalir's
nothing,
plan was for
be nothing.
Kalir to go in there and for Kalir to do all the stuff, but you just got in the way of that.
I know. Now it's like, here are all the things that I want that I'm thinking about.
Our legend grows while the Prince of Sartar stands outside the temple. Fuck.
Which, like, so one of the funny things when you read Drew's like writing on this is that Kalir and her appearance and everything is a deliberate breaking of that rule of GMing where it's like never make the players the spectators. Right? Like, don't let the super cool person show up and do the thing and the players just watch it. Don't have your GMPC show up and like do the thing and everyone else is like, oh yeah, you're so cool, Elminster. You have to let them be the person to do the stuff, right?
Yeah.
But in this instance, like at least at the beginning, it's literally like Kalir showing up and being like, I'm the one, I'm going to do the stuff.
We have all the expertise,
right,
all the power, all the everything. We're going to knock this out of the park.
And you're just local guides, losers.
Which makes sense.
Let's go. Yeah.
But then
it's
reverses.
It's bit parts from Dread. All the people that you know from the heroes of the classic story get knocked off, man.
Yep.
The bit parts.
G Money from Esterin. Same shit.
G Money.
G Money.
So I love playing Kalir. I love
Rip.
her. Yeah.
Not Rip.
Alive.
Because this is a good session, guys.
I'm miserable.
Welcome back to RuneQuest.
Welcome back to RuneQuest. Shit's about to start popping off.
Hell yeah, boy.
It's like you have to give up all your desires, and Rue's just staring at the girl he's in love with right in front of him. He's like, "That's fine. That'll be easy, easy as fuck." Just walking here behind her, piece of fucking cake.
Super chill, super fine.
Hold on, I don't want to say this on stream, so I'm just going to type it here. Wait a minute.
Oh,
one or two more sessions, you think, Christian?
Maybe 3.
Whoa.
Maybe 3.
We'll return to these characters at another point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this won't be goodbye forever to these guys.
No,
I was just gonna say, gotta go first.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, exactly. We are maybe 3 sessions or so away from the end of 6 seasons in Sartar.
Fuck, dude.
The plan is, because I've been asked this a couple times in email, so I will reiterate it here. The plan is to play another game. I'm going to need a little bit of a break from DMing because I've been doing this for a year.
2 or 3. There's going to be a little bit of a break. Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a break. So we'll play. My thinking is play maybe set up a semi-longer form game, right?
Yes,
Go ahead.
Yes. So The next campaign, Campaign of the Dragon, has kind of more natural breaking. Company of the Dragon, Company of the Dragon has kind of more natural breaking points where you can take kind of longer pauses. So we're gonna have some season intermissions while I run a campaign of Vaesen. We're gonna do 3 mysteries in this campaign, so it is a longer form campaign, and we're gonna do the first one between 6 seasons of Sartar and before starting Company of the Dragon. So we'll run a whole mystery. Then maybe a one-shot or something if we want a little more time. And then we'll get into Company of the Dragon. At the first natural pause in Company of the Dragon, we'll run the second mystery in the campaign of Vaesen and maybe another one-shot or 2. And then...
I will also be running For the Dungeon, which is a very comedic, kind of episodic RPG where you play the henchman for the big bad evil guy. And you go through kind of episodic adventures, so it lends itself very well to this type of form. Where we can play a session, take a break, we can
pick up and go back and forth. And I totally want to play that. Totally want to play that. So I mean, that's
so we're going to run in seasons, sort of.
Correct. Yeah, because 6 seasons in Sartar is 1 year of game time, right?
Right.
Company of the Dragon is 5 years of game time,
and I think we might even be
campaign.
We might even be getting your friendly neighborhood ginger to join in with some of this shenanigans as well.
We'll see. Hopefully,
yeah.
I still want Mr. Goth to come back, but we'll see.
We'll see. Him until he does.
I've tried bullying him.
Bird.
He just flies in on a giant raven.
We miss your burb.
Chip sandwich.
Chip sandwich.
I feel like I also need Rainy back. I'm like, Wholesome
Help Team Wholesome. Wholesome is crumbling before Jess is on.
There's almost nothing left of Sarah.
It's true. Listen,
there really is.
The world.
There's nothing left.
Eroded. Yes.
Hey, Tyrese is kind of wholesome. Come on now.
Yes.
Okay, you're also typing Dragon D's nuts in the chat, so I think we're safe.
He's a particular flavor of wholesome.
There's a difference between our characters being wholesome and us, okay?
Yes. It's like Arissa and
Sharky's
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Arissa and Kymrisa are wholesome characters. So is Rue. So is Iskara, really.
Yeah.
So is Rue. We're all really...
You guys are all wholesome characters. You're all
we're great.
Roles. Totally. Yeah. For now. You haven't been scarred and traumatized yet.
I will eat someone's entrails before the end of this.
Oh, you'll have plenty of opportunity, trust me. Sharky asked the question, is RuneQuest not Rainy's thing? He has a young kid. He was involved in another stream, and he was also very heavily involved in doing and playing with himself online. I mean that as in playing with himself online, our solo series of podcasts that you should listen to us, not actually playing with himself online.
Right, in a streaming way, not an OnlyFans way. Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
That's also a streaming way.
Yeah. Rainy's
true.
Rainy's also DMing a lot of games too.
Yeah, he does. So he does a lot
he does the lion's share of all the production and back end work on all of our stuff too.
So
there's been a big shift in his responsibilities.
Correct.
Yeah, there's been a big shift in his responsibilities and his time restrictions. So
he is finishing some other games though. So
right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He's the Wee scammer.
I will bully him now publicly online. I will say that he's probably too afraid to be in an Amber horror game.
He wants to play Vaesen, though.
We'll get him.
That's why I'm saying that.
To play Vaesen.
That's why I'm saying that.
Get him. I'll get you all.
As someone who has
the puppies.
As someone who has experience in forcing Rainy to do leg day at the gym, we will get him here. It will happen.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna rein this in real quick. I'm just gonna grab all the balls.
Man's built like a dwarf. Go ahead, Sarah.
All right. Thank you everyone so much for joining us on this week's episode of DMs After Dark. Thank you to everyone who joined and watched. Thank you to everyone who resubbed. There was a bunch of resubs tonight. I tried to say thank you to everyone in the chat. I apologize if I didn't. I just didn't want to interrupt all of the epic stuff going on by my cool friends around here. A lot of resubs for like a long time, like 7 months, 14 months, like a lot of big numbers. And so that's like really fucking amazing, and we really appreciate it. It just is, it blows our mind how much people really enjoy us. Like, we're dickheads on the internet that did this to have fun together, and it's just really cool that everyone else is having fun with us. So it really means a lot. If you are new and just discovering us, hi, we're 7 asshole friends who love games and just being goofballs.
6 asshole friends and Kent.
And Kent. And we just love being goofballs on the internet. Thank you so much for joining us. You can follow us here on Twitch. We go live every other Friday around 7 p.m.-ish EST. You can also, if you missed the stream, you can find every stream the following Monday on our YouTube channel. You can find us on all the social medias at DMs After Dark. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky coming soon as soon as we get that invite code going. You can also email us at dmsafterdark@gmail.com. I guess we've been getting a lot of emails recently, which is so cool to see them coming in. And there's been some very, very nice ones that have been shared with everyone in the group. So it's, again, we can't thank you guys enough. Like, it's fucking fantastic.
We also have additional games on our podcast. We have like the podcast version, but we also have bonus games there that we play.
Jess, do you want to talk about what you and Ken have been doing right now? Your series?
Ken, you take it away.
Sorry.
Just under the fucking bus.
Unless you can't think. I can take it if you're
I can take it if you guys, both of you can't.
No, I got it.
Like, we're doing a thing and we don't want to talk about it.
We've been doing a thing. Me and Jess have been playing Tangled Blessings by Cassie Mothwin, if you haven't listened to it yet. But we think we have 2 episodes left, right? 3 just dropped today. Year 3 dropped today. So we have, 2 more episodes left of that. And we got to record that when you get back, when you get back, Jess. But
come here.
Yes, and then Christians. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can talk about your game.
You were going to talk about the one I'm going to talk about, which is the folk art. Yeah. So I also just dropped. I played a Cassie Mothman game as well. Carved by the Garden, which is her folk horror game. Which is it's beautiful. I got my print copy too. It's absolutely gorgeous. And
with stickers and shit.
Love. Yeah, the stickers are on my computer now. Along with my I'm Not a Mimic sticker you got me, Sarah. That's where it's home wound up on my computer. Folk horror, Carved by the Garden. Check it out. I thought it was going to be more than 1 episode, and then I died very quickly. So that should show you how awesome it was. You should check it out.
And so keep your eyes out. We are on every podcast app worth its salt under DMs After Dark. All of our audio recordings of the Twitch streams, all of the podcasts that go out, everything is there. Uploads every Friday. Every Friday, right?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I asked. Okay, every Friday. Yeah. You can also check us out on Redbubble. We sell DMs After Dark t-shirts, which is super fucking cool. And we're gonna be hoping to get some more fun merch going over time. And I think that is everything. So
I think it is. Yeah.
Until next time, everyone, be a little awkward, be a little in love, be a little dragon.
Go to war for each other.
Enemies mercilessly.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.